the first taker, the rise of new blood. We got people like that Nathan, Roy, Anthony, Stephen, Alex, Albright, and Darien. Welcome to the payoff, now let us begin.
All right. Without further ado, are you guys ready to start? You can't answer me because you have your mics muted. All right. Anthony, you can actually unmute your microphone because we're going to start off with you.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep. You're our first one, son. Our game opens up on a bar in Chicago. It's a small little dip in the sidewalk that leads to a rather cozy joint. A hole in the wall, if you will. A man named Skid runs this establishment. He does his best to fuel his patrons and keep order in his business. However, we're not focused on the life of a bartender, but rather the story of a young Mr. Anthony Howell. As we look up the stairs to see you're packing away your supplies. Anthony, would you care to describe what your character looks like again? Just give a general description of what he looks like.
If I can remember correctly, he is... Look, it's been a while since I've had to describe him. I've been focused on other things. He's about 6 foot, like, semi-muscular. Brown eyes, brown hair.
Oh, I thought he had green eyes.
Green eyes, brown hair. I'm gonna be real, Chief. I've been focused on other stuff besides the way I look like. I did not expect you to have me describe him.
No, that's fine. I thought I'd start off with you since your origin game was so long ago.
I am a Frank, I don't care. Well, I actually have to look at the picture and see if I can describe him better.
No, that's fine. I think that's a good enough description.
You're trying to describe me or something?
No, I'm trying to describe me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Anthony?
So, Anthony,
Yes.
as we take a quick look around your room, we notice, well, it might not look like much to others. It's home to you. It's warm, but small. You never have to worry about rain getting in. You never have to worry about sleeping in the cold. You have a nice little bed tucked in the corner, a soft carpet on the ground, a desk shoved off to the corner with a work computer. You got a landline phone. Those are practically extinct, but you use that for business because it's harder for the government to track you with it nowadays. And you have a bunch of like workout supplies, like weights, a punching bag off in the corner, and stuff like that. So you got a nice little space. So currently, you're packing your supplies. You are getting ready to fly off to Washington, D.C. to take your entrance exam to get into the school, after Oni kind of convinced you to. So I want to ask you, what exactly is it that Howell would be packing up? Anything of importance?
Let's see. He'd definitely be packing his notebook. His Howell's hunt list. Coming to start you. What else would he be packing? He'd probably pack a few some of his weights, maybe his paw and his punching bag.
How big do you think your suitcase is? Or rather, how big is your punching bag? Is it like one of those little dinky ones, or is it the ones that are like the size of your body?
A body one.
And you expect to fit that in a suitcase?
I mean, I have shadow capsules, do I? I have a special
You
thing to
do,
put it in.
you do.
I have so I can put that stuff in there. I'm like, why do I need a suitcase?
I was imagining you had a suitcase. Oh my god, it's been so long. I don't even remember all your powers. That's fine.
That's why I have my sheet pulled up.
So, Anthony, I would suggest writing down all the equipment you have somewhere on like a note sheet, just so that way you can have it.
Excuse me, mouse. I literally have a section in my notes for inventory, and I can just take out one of the shadow capsules and put like training equipment.
Awesome. Okay. So with all that stuff, you have it packed up nice and safe. You kind of take one last look at your room, you give a smirk, and you're headed off because you know your skill level. You're probably not headed back here for a while. They'd be foolish not to accept you, Anthony. I'm building up.
Exactly. And if so, they're gonna have a problem on their hands.
Mm-hmm. So you make your way downstairs, and you see the bar is relatively empty. You got a couple patrons, 2 old geezers off to the side. You got a few young ladies off to a corner, and there's not really anything. It's early. Skid's just kind of wiping down a few glasses, drying them, hanging them back up. He sees you walk in. He's like, my prodigy.
Hey,
So
Skid,
you
what
headed
up?
off to the school, huh?
Yep, today's the
You got
day.
everything?
I got everything I need. If not, let's text you to send me over some stuff.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Hey, look, no matter what happens, you're gonna be one of the most capable kids in, right?
You don't think I already know that?
I'm just letting you know in case something happens, because there are some kids with some weird ass powers. I tell you what.
Yeah, don't tell me. Ran into this one guy during a mission. I don't know if you're gonna be there, but if you do, we're gonna have a challenge on our hands. I might actually have myself a challenge.
Well, you know what? They sometimes record the entrance exams again, show it to the public to show how strong their youth's gonna be. If they do, I'll watch it, and I'll congratulate you from a distance. How about that? If you fail, you always got a home here. I'm gonna keep you nice and clean.
Hey, you think I'm gonna be coming back here?
I hope not. He gives you a pat on the back, a little bit of a side hug. You can tell he's getting a little emotional, like he's kind of helped you grow up and all that stuff ever since your parents were taken care. They were killed.
Yeah. To put it bluntly.
To put it bluntly, you're an orphan, and he's kind of helped to raise you and all that stuff. So it's kind of like seeing his child go off to college. Like, he's getting emotional. He gives you a pat on the back. He's like, "All right, get out of here, before you see a grown man cry."
Oh, trust me, I've seen plenty of that.
You know what? That's actually fair. As you get ready to go, you get a little poke on the shoulder. You see 2 old men, and one of them goes, "You're gonna be one of the best of them, you hear? I know it, 'cause I've written it."
Not if I can help it.
And there's your John Lee and TJ Lee cameo. And
Why does it have to be TJ Lee? Can it be something else? Like, I don't know. TJ
No,
Lee
they're
just doesn't sound
brothers.
good. TJ Lee just doesn't sound good.
we'll work
Must
on
be
it.
real chief.
Don't worry,
TJ
we'll
Lee
work
was
on
the
it.
original, you dirty little.
But it doesn't flow.
I love that this is what derails everything. All right, Anthony,
Yes.
with that, you walk outside, you pop out your wings. It's technically illegal to use your peculiarity in public, but you don't care. It's never stopped you before. Probably done worse things. And you shoot off into the sky. Or wherever you're headed. If you're going to an airport, taking a bus, a train,
I think
whatever
I'm just gonna
it may
head
be.
straight there.
You're just gonna fly there?
Just
You
go
are
straight
gonna
there.
be winded, I tell you what. So, Anthony, you may mute your microphone. And we're gonna move on to our next introduction. Gavin, you may unmute your microphone. I'm gonna get some water. Hey, Gavin. So is your microphone working? Can we hear you? Say hello. Oh no! Gavin, I can't hear you if you're talking. Oh no! He's dead. Oh no! Gavin!
You're dealing with the cheese grater.
The cheese grater?
The cheese.
It sounds fine, for the most part. Alright. So, Gavin,
Yes.
as we shift our scene, we travel to upstate New York. As we travel down a path through the woods and we see an isolated... It's very well maintained, the plants around it look trimmed, and it's clear someone still lives here. And we look into your room and we see a young Adam Price. Would you care to describe what he looks like? considering your origin game never got
Under
recorded.
his right eye. Hello. Is it working?
Yeah, I can hear you. It cut out right in the beginning,
Alright.
but that's fine.
Yeah. My phone has like the best reception, but I can't even speak through it, which is a pain in the ass.
I feel that. Go ahead.
So Scar under his right eye, jet black hair, got a floof on top of his hair.
Mhm.
It's floofing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a white male, average height, well built, bullet scarring on his arms and legs.
Okay.
Yes,
Is that all?
that's
Alright.
practically it.
All right, I like it. So, Adam, you're doing the same. You're kind of packing up your supplies as well. You remember in your origin game, after you chased away that strange assassin, you and the dude have been on quite high alert, but things have recently settled, and you're getting ready for school.
Okay.
We just kind of take a look around your room. It's kind of similar to Anthony's, except you have a much bigger bed. You have a nice open window. You have a bunch of workout equipment in the corner as well, and you have a massive pile of unsorted video games in just like another area of the room. Like it's just it's messy. You're a messy boy, but that's okay.
Alright.
The dude walks in. He just kind of takes a look at you packing up some stuff. He just kind of leans up against the wall, says, "Are you sure you're gonna get everything all set? You got everything?"
Yeah, I have everything. Are you alright? You don't sound okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just, kind of walks in. "Adam, are you sure this is what you want to do? Go to this school?"
Yeah, I think this is the best for me.
All right. Well, if you think that, I'll support you. All right, kiddo.
Yeah.
Here, you almost forgot your toothbrush. He says, kind of like trying to
Oh,
move the conversation over. He packs it away. He's like, "All right, I think that's everything. You got your clothes, deodorant, toothbrush, other beauty products, whatever. You got some of your training equipment with you?"
yeah, I got got the dumbbells. I have the portable punching bag.
Mhm.
I have yeah, I have the stuff.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and he just kind of looks to you. He's like, "Adam, you know you have to work harder than anyone else there. If you get into that school, if you beat that entrance exam, you have to work 10 times as hard. You don't have a power. You don't have anything. My training can only take you so far, kiddo. If you want this, you have to work for it. Means no slacking off, no going out, doing underage drinking with some of your dorm mates or whatever. No, none of that crap. No frat parties. You got to focus on your studies. You got to focus on training, and you're gonna be a good hero, kid." And he kind of gives you a pat on the back. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
Say,
Yeah.
did you get anything on the guy that attacked us a couple months back?
No, I've been looking into it a bit more. I've been doing research. Whatever that thing was, it came in, it came out, and I have no idea where it went. I'm still gonna take a look into it. But hey, no, you don't need to worry. Focus. Let's head downstairs.
Alright, yeah.
And with that, he kind of he leads you down the stairs. He takes you out to the front door, and he says one last thing before you go. Your phone. I'm going to be working here,
Yeah.
all right? I'm going to be doing everything.
Yeah.
I only want you to call me if it's an emergency. You can't rely on others. You can't rely on other people to help you. You got to be able to fight for yourself, especially in your situation. You got to prove your own strength. So try not to call me unless it's an emergency. All right?
I won't call you unless it's a emergency. I'll probably call every now and then just to check up on you, though. You know?
Yeah, sure. Sure, kid. Here.
I'm sure it's quite lonely up here.
Actually, I'm kind of used to being lonely. But, here's the bus tickets. Take you right to Washington. It'll be a nice long trip. And remember, don't tell anyone your name unless you have to until you get to the school. Don't tell them anything about me. You know the drill. Just keep everything under wraps.
Are you sure I can't use the Dude-mobile?
I am not letting you touch that thing. Last time, I let you test drive it. You almost took down half the house. You knocked down half the walls. Almost. I'll give you credit. You narrowly dodged them. We're going to spend more time practicing in a normal car rather than what I've got. All right? So, run along. You go to the bus. You're going to do great, kiddo. And with that, kind of wishes you off. And Adam Price, you head down the trail to the town, the town that has the bus port.
Yeah.
So, you may mute your microphone, and we're going to shift over to our next scene. Mason, you may unmute your microphone.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah! Excuse me. We transition to yet another location, and we find ourselves in southeast China, in the world capital city. The streets are busier than ever before. Business is booming, people fill the sidewalks, noise is everywhere. Our scene shows Mason Bell in his apartment with his mother, grabbing the last bit of his supplies before he heads off to the airport. Bell, why don't you describe what you look like to the audience?
All right, can do. Just pull it up real quick. Generally fit, not super built, but like got kind of muscular. Trains a bit. Average height. He's African American. Like looks a bit mixed, but not really. Just kind of light. He's got black hair, some light gray eyes, and he's wearing a hoodie that is ripped up a bit, just down near the waist, with a t-shirt, some jeans, and some sneakers. And he has just a little like scar under his eye, under his right eye.
All right. Is that all?
Yep.
All right, thank you. So, what kind of supplies are you packing up? And if it's anything of importance, you can write it down in your character sheet somewhere. Gavin, I forgot to say, if you want to pack up you think can reasonably fit inside a suitcase, you can. Just make sure to write them down so you know what you're bringing to the school. But, Mason, what exactly is it you're bringing? Anything of note, or is it just like clothes?
Some clothes, just
hygiene stuff.
Yeah, regular hygiene stuff. Some Phoenix, but some memorabilia that I have around my room. A couple poster, couple like 2 figures, and family picture.
Oh, I like that.
And then just some general exercise stuff, just so I can get some training in.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. So you kind of put away all that stuff. You write it down in your inventory, and your mother kind of walks in. She gives a little bit of a knock, and much like all the other parental figures here, they just kind of she just kind of asks if you have everything, if you're all set.
Yeah, I think I got everything.
Kind of walks over to you, grabs your cheeks like a mother, and she's like, "Well, baby boy! You're going off to a hero school. I know you were kind of interested. I'm glad Rising Phoenix. I'm still amazed he was able to meet you and tell you about the school. You're gonna do great, kiddo.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, crap. I'm gonna be late.
Oh, all right. Have you eaten? Do you want me to make you quick? Or do you actually have to go?
I'll grab something at the station. Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Wait, you have your tickets?
Do I? Yes, they're in my wallet. Okay.
All right. Have fun, sweetheart.
And I'm gonna hug my mom before I run out the door.
Oh, good boy. Yes, Mama's boy.
Bye, Mom.
Loves his mom. You run out the door. She waves goodbye, and you make your way to the airport. You kind of make your way around. You check all your stuff with customs. You grab probably like an egg sandwich by like the Bunkin' Bonnets or whatever. Bonnets are now a thing that exists in our world. Oh God, what have I done? And yeah, so you kind of get something quick. You hop on the plane, and you're able to fly off rather quick. You kind of look down at the world capital city. It's a home that you've known for quite a while, but this is the first time you're going to be returning to U.S. soil in a long time, since you were maybe like 6 or 7. You remember you had to many New York refugees evacuated to the world capital city once that was finished with its construction after the McCann attacks. So it's been quite a while since you've been here. It's going to be interesting. And with that, we're going to shift over to our next character introduction. So you may mute your microphone. And Tim, you may unmute yours.
All right.
Ahem. As we leave Belle for now, we move over to Alex Albright, as she's being accompanied by none other than the #1 freelancing hero, Rising Phoenix. You guys are in the streets making your way to Washington High School of Heroes. You see, there are tons of people like in the streets that are pointing over like, "Oh my God, it's Rising Phoenix!" and passes out. There are people that are all like, "Oh my God, it's Bird Boy! I know that guy!" Like they're all just overly excited.
Right.
And
I'm just gonna like look over to them and just like slowly look away.
he kind of like puts his arm around you and just kind of gives you like a good pat on the shoulder. He's smiling bright, gives a little bit of a finger guns every now and again. Something Mr. Super used to do, the previous Beacon of Hope. And just to describe Rising Phoenix again for the audience, the Beacon of Hope is a massive individual. A body covered in nothing but muscle and red spandex. Very, 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 very tight red spandex. Don't look too hard. Around his wrists, he has another layer of clothing with a golden hue to it and matching with his boots. He has a cyan belt wrapped around with the buckle having a little phoenix logo. On his chest as well, he has a massive phoenix logo. The tips of the wings are blue. They fade into a purple, an orange, and then a yellow. And it's just a really pretty logo to look at. He's got almost in a sense what you would describe a Mardi Gras type mask, phoenix mask. It's red and yellow. He has fire on his shoulders, his arms and legs, but they've kind of dimmed down because he's not really in like fighting type mood. They'll erupt more as he's ready to brawl. Right now, he's just kind of taking you to the school. So he looks over to you, Alex, and he's like, "So, how does it feel to be walking through Washington, D.C. with your favorite hero?"
Feels good. I don't know. Something just feels off to me. I don't know what.
You what? Just kind of thinks for a second. Doesn't really know what to say. He's like, "Well, in any case, you'll get to see where I work. And I know you're going to get into this school. With your mom's power, you're going to be able to blow away the competition. I know for a fact."
Yeah.
And Oop.
That's all I
And,
wanted to say.
Oh, yeah. No, I just didn't want to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
And he begins to walk you guys over to the school. You guys have taken your time and you choose to walk across the bridge. There are two ways to get to the actual school. It's an island off the coast, a man-made island, but you can very much see the mainland. There is a massive bridge that connects the two, or you can take a very quick ferry. You guys are just going to take the bridge. You begin to make your way forward, and you actually notice that the crowd is getting thicker. There are more students, there are more people. You're actually seeing a few heroes that will be unnamed and just they're making their way over to the school following you guys. Rising Phoenix seems to be smiling. He socializes with a couple over the oceans of people, and it's rather nice. You are feeling a little claustrophobic, but it's not too bad. Eventually, you guys make it to the gates. They're big, they're beautiful, they're golden, they're over the top, as you would expect. And you see just in Briggs, big sprawling white text, the Washington High School of Heroes. And you see, kind of at the gates, there are a couple heroes. One of them, known as Pom Pom, he's just kind of like standing at the front door. He's a cybernetic gorilla, to say the least. And he's one of the newer icons. He's kind of trying to keep the paparazzi back. He's using his to like make way so that way the students, the faculty, they can all come in. But as soon as Phoenix gets in their line of sight, one of them just like perks their ear up, turns over to you. It almost looks like a pigeon, like the way they act. It's like, Phoenix!
I'm gonna whisper myself. Oh no.
It's like they all see him. They all stop, turn simultaneously. And then run towards you guys.
Jesus.
It's like vultures just swooping in to catch their prey, their dead prey. Because that's how vultures work. There's your John fact for the day, kiddos.
John fact number 157.
And they begin to surround you guys. Rising Phoenix just kind of, he's smiling, he's laughing, he's like, no, please, I don't have time for that. Okay, a few more pictures.
I'm gonna shake my head, just look away and try to continue forward.
They're beginning to crowd you a little bit, and a few of them begin to notice you. And they're like, wait a minute, are you the number 2 hero's daughter, Ania? You're Alex Albright, aren't you? One of them just like shoves a mic right in front of your face, and it's like practically deep throating you at this point. And they're all like, so are you attending the school? Does your mother know? Is she going to be a new here? And you see a few others coming in. They're asking questions. Cameras beginning to flash. They're taking you over. You hear a roar of people.
Oh my gosh.
How does Alex react to this?
She's gonna try to like tell it to the mic to like, can you slow down please and ask the questions a little
They just
slower.
kind of keep getting faster and faster and faster. It begins to become a little overwhelming. The flashes seem to get brighter. Their words only become more muddled, loud.
She's gonna start freaking out a little bit, like start breathing more heavily,
Yeah?
start like hyperventilating.
I'm actually going to see if Phoenix is. He's too busy giving finger guns.
Too much finger gun, he's gonna kill everyone in the crowd.
What are his stats? Down. Let me check real quick. I just want to make sure you can notice this. Okay. He with his number, it's not fantastic. He kind of notices that you're getting crowded, but your back is kind of to him.
Right.
So he doesn't entirely see you beginning to freak out. So he kind of thinks, yeah, she'll be fine. More pictures, please. This is my good side.
Do I hear him say this?
Oh, absolutely.
I turn to him and just stare at him.
He's like, "Hey, you want an autograph? Oh wait, hello, Alex." Just stares down at you. What's wrong? He's just like completely blocking out the crowd. You assume he's kind of gotten good at that at this point. Like,
Right.
It's a switch. Like, he can block them out if he needs to.
Right.
He just kind of kneels down. He's like, something wrong.
Can we go inside, please?
He kind of like rears back over. Says, "Oh, no more pictures. I'm a very busy, and we need to get this young lady to her entrance exam. Yes. So if you wouldn't mind," and he just kind of sticks his hands in between the crowd and just kind of gently pushes them aside. Like, it is no effort whatsoever for him to just kind of part this crowd.
Would you? Yeah.
And he's actually going to grab you if you're going to allow him. He's going to lift you into the air and kind of put you on his shoulder.
Sure, I'm down.
And he's going to kind of like wrap his arm around you just to kind of seatbelt you so you don't fall off. And he's going to walk you through the gates. And he takes you, well, actually, how about I describe what the school looks like a little bit?
Okay.
Since you guys are showing up. Or at least where you're entering from. This campus is massive. It is absolutely massive. What you're able to see is on your left, there is a massive wooded area. It's just filled to the brim with trees. The grass is well cut and clean. You see many different pathways heading in many different areas. And in the center, you see a type of courtyard. There are a bunch of statues of heroes, very famous heroes. Some retired, some still active, some icons, some freelancers. And in the center, you see a massive statue of none other than Mr. Super, the world's first superhero. And he stands triumphantly carved out of stone. It's a water fountain. It's very beautiful. You see a few, they almost look like oracles, like Greek oracles, if you know what those look like. It's kind of just pillars made in a circle with a little dome on top. They're very beautiful. And you can kind of go inside. They look like they're kind of outside study areas. You see a lot of students there, mainly the upperclassmen that are returning. There are many people there like, "Oh my god, insert name here, it's been so long!" "You too, insert name here." And they're just hugging one another, and they're having fun. You see a lot of people with a lot of weird peculiarities. Some that have actually just changed up their entire bodies, like just mutated them.
Right.
But a lot of them are wearing the school colors, their uniforms, and it's rather exciting. Everyone kind of looks to see you on Rising Phoenix and Rising Phoenix himself kind of walking through, and they're all, "Dude, it's Rising Phoenix. He actually is going to be teaching this year." They're all like surprised and excited. And he takes you over to one of the vacant little study areas. He sits you down on one of the benches. And he sits down next to you. And he says, "Was something wrong? You seem nervous."
I don't know what happened, and it just all happened so quickly. First, just people asking questions. I was okay. The more people I realized that were crowding me, something just, like I said, felt off. And it just got worse. I don't know.
That's... You know, I used to actually know a few heroes that didn't do too well with the paparazzi. One of them actually might be your teacher. Her name was Oni. She never really was too big of a fan with the paparazzi. She's become more calm with it now, but she's never been one for the media. It kind of stress her out and annoy her.
Yeah. I remember watching her back in the day. She didn't really like that kind of stuff.
Well, if you get her as some sort of a teacher, or you get to see her, you should ask her about it. She could maybe talk with you about just her experiences with it. I, for one, can't exactly He just kind of puts a hand on the back, like, I've never really had a problem with them. Just kind of looks off to the side, awkwardly smiling.
Yeah, fair enough.
Either
Makes
way,
sense.
you don't need to worry. You can take a rest and relax. The entrance exams aren't.
Okay, yeah.
Just taking the sights. This is probably going to be your new school. I'm very confident you're going to pass.
Yeah, probably.
Look at that confidence in you.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
With that, you guys are just kind of taking the sights. You relax as more students begin to slowly crowd around.
God.
And we're going to move on. Thank you, Lord Tim. You may mute your microphone. Ahem. Colin Tucker. Unmute your microphone, good sir. It's time. Can I hear you? Hello? Oh god, I can. Oh, mute yourself. Oh god. Now then. We switch over to Darien. You and Yue rush into the airport and are met with a large crowd going through the security checks. Among the groups of business suits, you see kids around your age in various uniforms. Presumably, they're going to other hero schools. You see a few because Yue kind of snuck a little bit of research on about the school. She really wanted to kind of like see what it was about. And you were kind of there with her, so you notice a few of the Washington colors. You notice there's only a couple kids that have that. The rest are just a variety of different schools, different colors, all that good. And much like how I described what happened with Alex, you do see quite a few kids where their peculiarities have like mutated their bodies. You have like some strange people. It's a little bit of an interesting sight.
Yeah.
But as you guys kind of take in the crowd, you kind of hear Yue mumble under her breath. Just people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Airports do have them. So how about we get in line for?
Ooh, you cut off for that last little bit. What was that?
Yeah, I was like, so how about we get to that security check? You can probably get to a food court after.
Food court? Okay, yeah, sure. You can tell she's visibly kind of confused. She doesn't entirely know how, the airport functions and works.
You haven't been to an airport, I'm guessing?
She just kind of looks down and she's like, is it that obvious?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of cute, honestly.
And just kind of looks away, a little embarrassed, but realize something. Colin, would you care to describe Darien? Because I actually forgot to ask Tim to describe Alex, so I'll do that next time Alex shows up on screen. But for you, I remember. Would you care to describe how Darien looks, and then I'll describe how Yue looks?
Yeah, Darren's an Asian hailing from Taiwan. He's got platinum blonde hair, very nice. Comfortable hoodie with a small rip in it, some baggy sweatpants. He's also wearing a pair of Remedy headphones offered by the company itself via sponsorship because he's a streamer. Yeah, he's pretty tall for his age, but on baggy clothes, that only makes him look a little more likey.
Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, awesome. Yue, let's see. Yue has very dark, wavy, glossy brown hair. It stretches down past her shoulder, stops around her upper chest and back. Unlike her mother, Yue's skin is not very pale. You all notice she has a lot of makeup applied. A little bit heavier in certain places. Darren, you know why. When you first... No, I need to contain my... When you first met her, you didn't entirely know why, but just a weekend at the Leikela household, oh dear God. Yue has very casual clothes. They're casual for her. For you, it feels like she's trying to outdress you. She doesn't really know the concept of casual. She's challenging you. But one of the cute little things she has, and that she always seems to wear wherever she goes, is a little seashell necklace. I don't believe she's told you the story of where she got that from.
She has not. I've kind of been a little interested. Yeah.
Maybe you can ask her one day. Or
Yeah.
no, I don't know.
Well,
it's up to
no,
you.
we're
You're your own
we're
person.
kind of rushing. We're kind of rushing here.
You're your own person. You can do what you want. Finger guns. Now, you guys kind of go into the airport check line. Now it's rather packed, but surprisingly, it moves rather quickly as you guys be away, and you see a security guard there who just seems so dead tired. Like he's done with this job today. He wants it over, but it's so early in the morning. He's just like, all right, next, put your luggage up there, let it scan, and you guys kind of throw your stuff up. It goes through. He kind of also says, and your electronics over there. You can tell John, the DM himself, has not been to it, so I'm going off of what I've seen in movies. And, your stuff goes through all these checks. All comes out fine. But the guard's like, excuse me, miss, we're going to do a random inspection. And he just kind of goes into Yue's bag, kind of ruffles through a few things, checks it out. And he pulls out what looks to be an Oni doll. And Yue just tenses up, she freezes, her face goes red. He's like, oh, that's sweet. My granddaughter actually has one of these. All right, here, I'm sorry to hold you up. He puts it back in, zips it back up. You two are free to go. And she just stiffly just scuttles over, just shakingly grabs her bag and just walks away. You have never seen someone so stiff. It's like she can't move her joints.
I'm going to preserve this memory.
You sadistic bastard, how could you? So, you guys make it through your checks, and what exactly is it do you want to do now? Do you want to go to the food court? Do you want to just head right to the plane? It's up to you.
Yeah, I pull up my phone, checking the time. How long do we have until we need to get boarding?
You have about 8-9 minutes before you have to go. You see the door right there. Like, it is not far from the food courts. It would take you a minute or two to get there.
Yeah. Now look at the food court. Is it something is it something manageable? Some guy holding the rest of the... Like...
You're looking for food courts?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a look at my list of food places you can go to.
Oh my god.
All right. There's a nice little saloon area known as One-Eyed Jack's Open Door Saloon. You have a nice little area that's our Starbucks equivalent called Colin's Coffee Cup. You have Uncle John's Thick Meats. You have the Mixed Bag. Greater Eggs Buffet. It's a nice little slit in the wall. The Slop Stop. The Lesser Eggs Buffet. It has no business. The manager looks sad. And you had Beefland Burgers. You had a few restaurants here and there. It's quite nice.
Too many choices.
Yue,
Pick something.
She looks
like
at them all.
minutes.
She looks at them all. It's like, there's no nutritional value in any of them except maybe great eggs.
Yeah, there isn't. I'm sorry.
It's like, you expect to get the appropriate amount of calories, protein, and she just begins to ramble on stuff about just like what your body needs in a diet. Do you cut her off or do you let her work herself?
No, I kind of find it cute, so I just let her. I mean, if we end up not really eating anything, it's a 17-hour flight. It's from Taiwan. We'll get us. We'll force or something.
Oh, but does she know that?
Oh.
She's currently viewing this as her only options, and that you're going to be on the plane for 17 hours.
I'll tell her later.
Oh my god! All right, sure. She's kind of like, she finishes up her rambling, and then it's like, and then your diet will be out of sync. I was rambling, wasn't I?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we need to worry about it too much. It's a 17-hour flight. They generally offer more than just peanuts to save on hunger. So.
They do?
Yeah. Quality of the food is not exactly, let's say, consistent.
Well,
Yeah. All right. We've got like 6 months. Stop. Here we go.
Okay. So, you guys head to the slop stop, and what would you like to order? Hey Cole, do you want to unmute your microphone?
I've been waiting for this.
Yes.
So,
Excuse me. Let me turn your
cash
volume.
register. Oh man, you see a young man with silver blonde hair and a young dark brown hair walk up. Would you like to address them?
Hello, sir, miss. Welcome to the slop stop. Open the slop. Can I help you today?
Yeah. Now, what's the menu?
I'll describe you the menu. So, I've got a bunch of random stuff, but the famous thing that the slop stop has is the slop bucket. It mainly consists of gravy, mac and cheese, pulled pork, bacon bits, ham chunks, and their famous slop sauce. You have no idea what it is, and neither do. That's often their motto.
All right. Yeah. I'm not even gonna look at the other options. That looks like.
All right. Place your order.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that slop bucket.
You don't like this? The one slop bucket. Heavy on the slop. Is that all for you, sir? Would you like some more?
Yeah, that's good. I'm seeing the size right now.
Yue just kind of steps up, and she's like, do you have a salad by chance? I'll let you answer that question. I'm not gonna tell you whether or not.
Well, you see, here at the slop stop, we pride ourselves on slop, and a salad is very clean in nature, so it's not exactly a slop.
Darien, do you want to help out Yue, or are you gonna let drown?
All right. This is a pretty large serving. When the food comes around, I'll give you my portion.
Oh, okay. And she just kind of steps back. Darien, finish your order. Pull out your wallet, sir. Be a productive member of society. A good Samaritan. Pay for your food.
Not in bits.
With your slop, sir.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah. I'll just have.
They've got Pepsi.
Pepsi? Yeah, totally.
Would you like a Pepsi, sir?
Yeah, yes, please.
One! What size would you like it, sir?
Small?
One small Pepsi! It's right next to the water! Next to the water! I told you clean it last week! We'll get that stuff right out for you, sir.
I'm crying.
Alright, thank you.
Cole, thank you so much. I knew those Project Mercury meetings would come in handy.
Oh my god.
Alright, you may mute yourself, Cole. Oh wait, no. You have to wish them a good day, Cole. You have to wish them a good day. They have their slop now. They've paid. Will you wish them a good day?
Alright, here's your slop bucket, here's your water. Alright, get the fuck up on out of here.
Well, water, I ordered Pepsi.
No, well, it's basically Pepsi. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, then give me 1 second. Where's the Pepsi?
We're cutting time. The Pepsi's up.
Yeah, you're running out of time. So, do you thank the gentleman for your services? Run over to just hork this down quick.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I take a look at the. Is this size small? It's not a size.
It's like 32 ounces.
This is American size, though.
A small could fit You would have to carry the small in both your arms.
My
That's their
face
version of
shakes.
small. Cole, thank you very much. Man, you just... beautiful. So, Yue kind of grabs a spoon. She's about to eat it.
Are you about to do this?
I don't think I have another choice. She plops it in her mouth. Let's see how she reacts. Oh dear God. Alright. That's, okay. You see she's getting a little dizzy. Like she's about to pass out.
You okay?
I'm fine. You
Yeah.
can eat the rest. I'll... She just begins to walk over. You want to follow?
Yeah, I'm gonna just simply do my iconic melody, just to sing a melody with the purpose of just calming, maybe just ease her dizziness.
Would you roll something for that?
It's
Is that like a willpower roll? Charisma? Something?
a charisma roll.
Okay.
One sec.
Why don't you roll for it?
Yeah. And D10. I got an 18.
18.
Yeah.
Actually, you do kind of calm her down. You make her less. But you hork down your slop.
I'm feeling kind of bad too. 4 minutes. Is that time for a bathroom? Great. Ooh.
Either way, you guys make your way to the airplane, and you sit down. And Darren, you get the window seat. Kinda like a window
Alright.
seat.
Yeah, sure. And I stare off into it.
So, as the plane begins to take off, and you ride off to Washington, rather the United States. You haven't been in the United States in a long time, similar to Belle. It's been quite a while.
I wonder why I think that. Like, I feel like I've been there before. I mean, I at least know I've been on an airplane before, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been on an airplane a lot. You've probably locations.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool to visit again. But as your eyes begin to zone off into the window, the sounds of voices and the random noises beginning to disappear as you stare, as time goes on and you're left in your own thoughts, you hear a gruff voice call out to you. It says, "Barry, my boy, things will be better this time. Not fret, just gaze out into the window. You'll be living here from now on, so soak in the scenery." After this voice speaks, somewhere in the distance, you hear the clattering of cups as a flight attendant's trolley begins to pass by. Darren, you try to look behind you, but you feel the soft touch of a hand gently turn your gaze back to the window. However, you're confused. Why is there resistance as you try to look back? You try to turn your head again, the hand returns. This time with more force and tries to press your face even closer to the window. Whoever it is, it doesn't want you looking at it. And then, all of a sudden, you hear a calm, quiet voice say, "I'd advise you to keep looking out the window, my angel. You don't need any of these troubles. They're behind you. Just let that spark finally fizzle out." You recognize that phrase, the spark. You don't remember where it came from, but you remember who said it. It was her, Ing. But before you can even finish your thought, with all of your force, you turn your head behind you to see the personification of hell itself. Your eyes bear witness to the silhouette of a man engulfed in flames. An inferno rages throughout the plane. However, you're alone. Yue's not with you. You're absolutely alone. You can smell the smell of burning flesh and boiling blood. You feel the heat of the flames as it draws closer. It begins to stretch its charred skeleton hand at you in agony. And as it grabs your throat, you feel the soft hand of Yue on your shoulder, shaking you awake. Darien, you okay?
I open my eyes quickly, rush to my notes app, and start counting on the keys.
tries to look at what you're doing. She's like, Darren, are you okay?
Shh, 1 second.
What exactly do you write?
I try to start writing, but as I keep going, the memory of my dreams starts to sort of dissipate. I end up with just a phrase. Spark.
Mm. She just kind of looks to you, very nervous. Do you say anything to her?
Hey, Yue. Remember when I told you that I was going to tell you something important? Back at that scene? I'm not ready yet. I'll tell you later.
Just kind of
Don't-
leans back.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. And your conversation's kind of cut off. Everyone, brace yourselves. We're about to land in Washington, D.C. We thank you for joining us on this ride. Hang up, and you look outside. You actually see the island as the plane begins to descend into the city. You can see it. It's massive. And we're going to move on. Cole, you may unmute your microphone. You don't get to be the slop stop guy this time. Cole! Cole! Oh, Cole, where are you? Unmute your microphone. He died. No! Oh, actually, while we wait for Cole to unmute his microphone, Tim, would you care to describe Alex? Just describe what she looks like, since I forgot to do that.
Oh, Cole just typed question mark.
Oh. Cole, you may unmute your microphone. Oh, Discord's being weird.
Alright, well, let's see how this works.
Oh, I hear you.
Well, yeah, I can hear stuff, is that it's really, really quiet.
Interesting. I'm curious
We'll figure it
and
out.
confused. But, exiting our airport and moving all the way to the Chesapeake Bay, we see a beautiful facility resting on the coast. It's a very modern-looking building with white paint, black windows, and many truck/workers moving around outside. We transition inside to a white room with a large stained black window staring out at the bay. It's wide open, and Rikter, you can feel/smell the salty bay air as it sprays on your face. It's very relaxing and very calming. Cole, would you care to describe what Rikter looks like to the audience?
Rikter is a roughly 5'8", 5'10" man. He seems to be more towards the well-built side, but doesn't push exercise to the fullest extent.
Mm-hmm.
He has a bit of peach fuzz going around to give a resemblance of maybe a chin strap type of deal. Brown hair, some yellow eyes, and he definitely seems a lot more rough than most would think.
It's definitely interesting to see the difference between an older Rikter and your origins, and now that you're 15, but you have no recollection of anything. You barely even remember who you are. But your gaze kind of breaks as you see the young woman that you met in the swamp. She's around your age. She has very messed up black hair. She has yellow eyes just like you. She has very pale skin. And you remember meeting her in the swamp. You actually talked a little bit when the man that rescued you, Truman, took you to this base, apparently on the Chesapeake. And you've gotten to know her a little bit. She seems nice. And she described that when she found your unconscious body, she was kind of taking care of you for a little while. She didn't exactly know what to do until Truman and his people came in. So you've had time to bond. Do you want to talk with her? Do you want to say anything? She just kind of...
So, do you even know who I am?
I'm afraid not.
maybe any idea how I might have gotten there? Anything strange?
I was talking with the insects of the swamp, and then all of a sudden, a sword. A sword was in the ground, and you were lying in the muck. I never told the man you were there because I didn't trust him. I said it was just the sword, and that was all. But when you emerged from the swamp, I wish I could help you more. I have no idea who you are. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to piece everything together. Honestly,
Well, I've been in that swamp for as long as I can remember. I guess I don't really have a name either. I'm just kind of who I am. I don't know where I came from, who my parents were, but I make friends with the insects of the swamp, so I'm never really that alone. And as you two are kind of talking, you hear a knock on the door. Truman's kind of leaning in it. He just kind of says, "Am I interrupting something?"
no, just talking.
To describe what he looks like again, Rikter, you and Kara, you see same kind saved you. He has very well trimmed light brown hair. His sides have a gradient buzz to them, while the top of his head is thick and full of hair. It's combed rather well and has a nice shine to it. His skin as well looks rather neat and clean. He has a well-trimmed beard, and the most noticeable feature about him is he has a robotic iron hand for his right hand. And he typically wears a dark trench coat, and he has a green scarf around, but he's just kind of in casual clothes this time. You both have come to trust him. He has been nothing but kind. He's offered you rooms, food, shelter, and he's been trying to more or less... He's been trying to figure out who you two are, but every day it just seems like he knows less. And he just kind of walks in and he says, "All right, so, like I promised, we're going to be taking you to that school. You two don't know a thing about this world. You barely know who you are. At least we can get you in a proper education system, and we close eye on. I'll try and check in every now and again, but want to make sure you guys have everything packed. You take what you like in the room." Rikter, do you exactly take anything other than your sword?
No, just whatever Rikter has on him.
That would probably just be the clothes on his back. So, you guys ready your stuff? He's like, "Oh, that was quick." All right. Well, follow me. I'll take you to your ride. And he takes you down the stairs. You walk outside. You smell the fresh air, and you see a couple black cars just kind of roll up. He says, "For what it's worth, it's been nice to talk with you too. Get to meet you, get to know you. I'm sure with time your memories are going to come back to you, and we're still going to do everything we can to make sure you remember who you are."
Thank you. Just keep me updated on anything that might come up.
Yeah, sure. The teachers there know that they know your situation. They're going to try and help you as best as possible. So, enjoy school, kids. Not really sure how to talk to you guys. I kind of skipped out on my chance of being a father. Business kind of overtook me. So, yeah, I'll learn how to talk with kids better. Until then, scram. Little ones. He just kind of opens the door awkward. Doesn't really know how to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
And he leads you inside. And we're actually going to cut to inside the van. And Cole, you may keep your mic unmuted. Roy, Alan, All right, great entrance. Alan, or rather, Roy, you and Voressa are hanging out inside of a... The seats are fine leather, they're television, entertain you guys, cup holders, heated... There's even a mini fridge that Truman said you could have and mess around with. Really isn't that bad. It beats being a stowaway on the boat. To give you a little bit of context as to what exactly happened, when you guys stowed away on that cargo ship over to the United States, Truman actually found you. Because some of the workers found you guys, and they didn't exactly know how to react. But Truman has eyes everywhere, and he could tell by your radiation level that you had strong peculiarities or strong somethings within you. So he made his way down. It was hard to trust him at first, but through time, he kind of helped you. He's confiscated your guns, because you can't bring guns to a school, obviously. But he's got them safe. He's got them safe and sound inside an arsenal with your name written. Is going to touch them, except to polish them. And he gave you and Voressa new clothes, shelter, just like Rikter and Kara, and he's taking you guys to the school. He even gave you citizenship, and he's kind of helping you guys out. You have no idea why. He has not said why he's doing all this, but it's a little suspicious. You're a little concerned with your nature, but you're choosing to accept this gift from the looks of it. So you and Voressa are just kind of hanging out in the car. She's a little excited because you guys actually get to go to the school she wanted to. Alan, would you care to describe what Roy looks like?
Yes.
I'm glad you thought about it.
Troublesome of words. Red hair, white eyes, tall, bit muscular. Definitely didn't have any problem going through basic.
Very pale skin.
Oh yeah, pale. Thought I said that, I guess I didn't.
Oh no, maybe you did. Maybe I'm just drunk. I don't know. Alan.
Other than that, there's nothing really all that special about him.
Oh, alright. So, yeah, that's kind of you. Voressa. Voressa's of an average height. She has pretty pale skin as well. She has bright white hair that kind of blends into a light pink as it reaches her tips. She has crystal blue eyes. Let's see. She also has a scar running from her left cheek all the way up to kind of her nose area. It's pretty thick, but it's healed over time. Next to her, sitting in the seat, is a bird cage with kind of a tarp over it. And you know Yevel is in there. And Yevel is our favorite derpy little falcon. And he's probably sleeping right now. But he loves people. I say Yevel. I pronounce it quickly. And you guys are just kind of talking, hanging out, and then all of a sudden, the door opens up. And you see a young swordsman and a young swamp lady. Rikter, Roy, open RP. You guys kind of hop inside the van and meet each other. Do you say anything, or do you remain quiet?
Not at all.
Oh, you're just silent? Rikter, do you say anything to the mysterious figures?
I'm just gonna, give a nod before taking my seat.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at you being mysterious. Truman just kind of says, oh yeah, you're gonna be going to the school with these two. Forgot to mention that. Roy, Rikter, Roy, Voressa, Voressa. Anyway, don't kill each other. Have fun. Shuts the door. Pats the car, and you guys ride off. And with that, we're going to move to the school. A little bit of a time jump happens for everyone. And Tim, you can finally describe Alex to us now. What she looks like, because you guys are all at the school.
Sure. Yeah, so she has raven black hair, brown eyes. She has the scar from the McKenna that cut her. She's wearing hand-woven clothing that she made, as well as kind of just plain shoes, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to get that description in because okay. You guys, at all your separate times, have arrived at the school. Your first steps in feel like something out of a dream. Well, to some of you. Cue Darien rolling his eyes. Looking around, you enter into the courtyard. You stand inside a cobblestone circle with a large water fountain in the center. On top of this fountain is a statue of the first hero, Mr. Super, like I described before, standing triumphantly. In the corners of this fountain are what look to be the little oracle study areas. You see students sitting on the benches inside of them. Around this cobble circle are statues of other famous heroes. Some retired, some still active. Rising Phoenix is one of them. You can see a flagpole off in the distance with the American flag on top, the Virginian flag right under it, and a flag that has the school logo. All three fly in the wind. And you see a clock tower, and for all of our Shen students, it looks almost exactly the same. Just kind of the colors of the school. And you guys are almost late for orientation. Some of you. So you guys kind of like begin to hustle to just kind of check you all in, make your way in. You check the school maps. There are people there to help lead you and guide you everywhere, but you finally begin to find the orientation hall. You arrive at the entrance of this building. It's large and very modern in architecture. It's primarily a whitish gray with black windows adorning it. You look over and notice there is a quick inspection. You jump right into it and hope the line moves fast enough, but you're sure everything will be okay. Don't you worry. Looking around, you can't help but wonder how many of these people you'll eventually get to know. And the one doing this little checkup is Pom Pom, the hero that I described in Alex's little segment. He's kind of checking everything. Allow me to describe what he looks like. Describing him a bit, the first details you the fact that he's a cybernetically enhanced silverback gorilla. He has braced around him a lot of fluids and lights pumping and flashing throughout the suit. On his back, you see locked in place is a large railgun, and his other primary weapon is an arm cannon on his right hand. Everything is deactivated, but they're ready to come to life in case something were to happen. He has one green cybernetic eye that seems to be scanning all the kids thoroughly. The other main cybernetic enhancement on him would also be his artificial vocal cords, which you can kind of see the metal plating around his throat. You don't exactly know his origins. He never has come on camera to talk about it, but he is a very civilized beast. And he kind of checks with you all. He kind of scans your equipment. And just make sure everything's good. And with that, we can move inside the orientation hall. Actually, you know what? We'll do a quick scan. We'll make sure you guys aren't hiding any contraband. So, TJ, would you like to scan them all really quick?
Alright, so you all sort of like approach the little kiosk where Pom Pom is standing, and you just he's not very elegant, so he just plucks up whatever you have, puts it on the table, and then just starts looking through it with his large gorilla hands. He doesn't make much noise, but you hear some like little like grunts as he looks through your stuff. He can't zip up your bag, his hands are too large, so he just sort of like closes it up and slides it back to you, and he just goes, "On your way then."
He does his best. He has his big meaty hand. Luckily for you all, it's not Mr. Touchy checking. Don't worry, he's still in this universe. Wink.
I hate this.
He will never die. He's immortal. So you all have your check. Yue gets embarrassed again as everyone sees her. Oh, poor Yue. And you guys enter inside the orientation building. You see, it is a very massive hall. The outside does not do it justice in terms of its. The place is like a massive high-rise theater, and with that, the stands are just kind of set up. They rise up. There are dozens upon dozens of seats, and you see kids are just kind of like scattered about. There's another staff member that just kind of asks for your name. He gives it to you, and he kind of sits you in an alphabetical order in your respective rows. So, you all take a seat. Let's see now. Alex, you're going to be sitting with Rising Phoenix. Rising Phoenix kind of takes a private booth with some of the other teachers, and he kind of sits you in. You are surrounded by some heroes, such as Oni, Valerie, and a few others. You kind of get to see a few familiar faces. Valerie looks over to you and she's like, "Alex!" And she gives you a hug.
I hug back. I wasn't sure
You
if I
hug.
could unmute or not.
No, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Gives you a little hug, pulls you over to the seat. You two start social. Adam Price, since your last name kind of starts with a P, you kind of just hunker back towards the back. Roy, since your last name starts with a Z, you are all the way in the back. And everyone just kind of goes to their respective little areas. You all sit down quietly. Darien, I want you to unmute your microphone.
All right.
I'm going to roll something just for you, okay? Okay. You see, one person looks over to you, he's like, "Yo, is that Dispassionate? Dude, I followed you!" And everyone's like, "Yo, Dispassionate? Where is he? Where is he?" And people begin to rise up. It's like, "Yo, Dispassionate!"
I sort of stand up, give him a wave. Sup, guys? It's Dispassionate. Also, I'm not gonna be acting like that in here. All right, it's just a stream thing. All right.
Wait, what do you mean? That's just you, right? You realize the masses don't understand what a stream thing is. They just think that's who you are.
Right. I will just sort of sit back down, quiet, silent, and just don't really respond.
Mm-hmm. You see a few people murmuring, and I thought he'd be hotter in person. That guy's fucking lame. And you'll just kind of sit down. And TJ, get ready, good sir.
Oh, yes.
Ahem. Allow me to lay the groundwork. As the last students filter in, sit down in their seat, the lights begin to dim like a theater. Walking onto the stage is a bit of an older woman, seeming in her late 50s. She wears a gray suit with an orange and blue tie, very similar to the colors of the school. Her hair is neatly done, silver with age. The school's logo is displayed on a small metal pin on her chest. She taps the mic and clears her throat. TJ, if you'll take it away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Washington High School of Heroes. Today, many of you seek to embark on your journey into the life of a hero. We are gathered today to test your will and resolve, and determine who amongst you are worthy of continuing with our education. We are very excited to have so many applications. It is truly breathtaking to see so many young people that want to change the world. But that means that our spots are very limited as well. Now you may know who I am, and if not, perfectly fine. My name is Miss Magna. I used to fight alongside the likes of Rising Phoenix and Mr. Super. My fighting days are done. But yours just as very well be beginning. If you pass this entrance exam, I will be your principal. Now without further ado, let's get right into this, shall we? We will dismiss you row by row, one at a time, and you will all follow the hero at the end of the row to the holodomes. And she sort of walks off stage.
Mm-hmm. Kind of have just some lower named heroes. They're not super big. Some are, but they're just kind of at the end. They rise up, and you all kind of begin to make your way out evenly and orderly. So you all follow your respective heroes to the Holodome. You all walk forward and bear witness to a gargantuan-sized glass dome, steel bar framing holding it together. Some of you feel rather intimidated by this, by just this thing's size. And the rest of you are wondering, how on God's green earth did they get the funding for it? But Miss Magna's here to explain.
So, Miss Magna's sort of standing in front of the doors to the holodomes. She sort of raises her arms and says, "Welcome to the holodomes. If you pass today's exam, you will be coming here frequently. Now then, allow me to explain what you will be facing inside. We've set up a destroyed city. Your job is to stop the villains, save as many lives as you can, and bring hope to those who have none. We will not be telling you exactly how you will be graded, but we can let you know that the policy will be sticking closely to our motto, go be a hero. It's the words we live by and expect you to live by. Now I ask you, are you all heroes? If your answer is yes, then prove it to me. Go be a hero. Begin."
And with that, the massive doors to the Holodome, and they funnel you in. Everyone, you may unmute your microphones. Roll initiative.
God.
I'm gonna
Foggies.
ask you in the list. Do not tell me what you have. I will ask you. Gavin? Gavin,
God, it's
be sure to roll initiative. I will ask you number. You are adding nothing to this roll. Just a flat D20. And I... That's a great start. TJ, I'm going to roll for... Actually, do you want to roll for the 3 at the bottom of our initiative list and just send them to me and tell them who they are?
Yes, I can do
arrange
that.
everything. Thank you, sir.
Let me see. Let me
Is
find
this
a list real quick.
Hogwarts? Who the hell said that? Alrighty. I am actually going to draw.
Go damn hero.
Okay.
This is fun! Yay!
This honestly is a lot of fun, mostly because I turned my music back on to re-hype myself up because everything was going on. And the song that's playing right now is exactly what I would picture us going to. I'm not even kidding.
Epic. So, has everyone rolled their dice for the initiative?
Yep.
Unfortunately, yes.
Adam Price. This isn't Rising Phoenix, I just like doing his voice.
Start.
What is your number?
2.
Oh,
Fuck.
The worst. I wasn't the worst.
no. Okay. Anthony Howell, what is your number?
11.
Okay. Bill, what is your number?
He doesn't want to say it.
You can DM me if you really want. And then I'll just make fun of you by laughing.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Tell me your number.
I got a 3. Screw you, Gavin.
Alright,
Get wrecked.
next. Oh, I'll annoy TJ later. Darien.
9.
What the hell?
Great rolls, boys. Great rolls.
Cole,
We're low rollers.
number
Haha.
15.
15.
Alright, listen here.
Wow,
Earth is
pulling in
going
clutch. Alex Albright.
13.
13.
There we go.
Roy Zeroth.
12.
Not bad. So, just to keep in mind, NPCs that are associated with your characters, the examples that are, but are not limited to, I guess, Kara, Voressa, and Yue are going to go on the players' turns. So Yue will go on Darien's turn, Kara on Rikter, so on and so forth. Let's see. What'd you get? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, okay. TJ, those... What the hell did you roll?
Just a D20.
Just a D20, I swear.
It very well might be rigged. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, I'm going to quickly arrange this in an easy way so that way I can actually tell who's doing who. Actually, TJ, I can describe everything. Do you want to go into the notes and rearrange the initiative from highest to lowest? Thank you very much. Oh my god, this makes this so much easier with another DM. This is great. I should have done this years ago. Now then. Allow me to describe your setting. With a burst of adrenaline, you all rush inside with one goal and be a hero. For some of you, that can mean different things. For others, they may not have even processed it. But as you all enter in, you can feel the astounding amount of heat emanating from this building. You all stop dead in your tracks as you see a city caught in an inferno. It looks like it could be any location. There are no street signs with names you can read. There are just buildings ablaze and chaos everywhere. You can see smoke billowing up and embers flying throughout the scene. You see what look to be silhouettes emerging over the rubble. But they are not human. They are machine. Relatively human droids walk toward you all. Some carry weapons, others don't. A few small ones fly forward. What breaks all sort of trance that you have in just this scene, just this terrifying scene, as they practically walk out of the fire like Terminators. You hear a weakened voice cry out, "Help! Someone help!" And with that, you're gonna all go be a hero. So, the enemies actually got the highest, so they're gonna go first. This is gonna be fun. Alrighty, let's see.
I just have a quick question.
Yes, sir. No, you're perfectly fine.
So, you know how my character has
Has what?
a notebook?
Yes, he does.
Do I still have that on me?
No, all of your items were all you have are the... Oh, Mike. All you have are the clothes on your back and your powers.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
So,
I think you know what I was gonna do.
I feel like I knew what you were gonna do. Luckily, Tim balanced you, so I'm less scared.
Oh no, it wasn't even that.
So, everyone, I want you to roll me a coordination check, and I will ask you what that number is. And I'm going to roll
plus whatever coordination is correct.
Exactly.
Alright, I haven't done this one.
There are plenty of villains, so everyone is going to get attacked by at least one. Let's see. Alright. Mr. Price, do you have your number? What did you get?
Sure do. 24.
Oh my god! Oh no! Why? Okay. One of these droids looks at you, their eyes glare, and they start rushing towards you. And they're about to just slash at you, but you dodge out of the way. The dude's training has paid off. You just slide back, and it narrowly misses you. Now, Anthony Howell.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
I got a 12.
You got a 12. Alrighty. Let's see. This thing's going to strike you.
Damn you.
Alright. It rushes forward and it's going to crack you on the jaw. Oh my god, you're going to take 4 points of damage.
Alright.
So this thing just gives you a full-on right hook, and it just stands ready to fight. You spit out a little blood.
This is gonna be fun.
Ah, yes. Thank you, TJ, for reminding me. Let's see. Where did we put those? Can't remember. Here, TJ, if you can copy paste those to me, that would actually help.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. Because I was looking around and I couldn't remember if we actually wrote down the types we had. Now, let's see. Let's have some fun. Belle, what did you get?
I got 23.
Come on. Okay, this thing is going to miss you. Ooh, do I have my little monsters? I do!
John.
Yay.
John, if this is right.
Yes,
Can I add in one little thing that's going on in Belle's mind right now?
Absolutely.
Everything froze. His
What's
chest
up?
started to get everything froze for him for a minute.
Okay.
His chest started to get tight. He started to feel really sick because he's just looking around and he's just remembering all the shit that happened that day.
Oh, we love PTSD.
He snaps back the second he has to dodge.
That's great. Luckily for you, they're not Mechana, but they look close. So that's gonna mess with your sweet little mind. Now then, ahem. Let's see who is next. No, Karnas, you don't have to roll. Don't you worry. Darien.
Yeah.
What'd you
17.
get? 17. All right. Let's see. All right, this thing is going to miss. Rikter, what did you get?
18.
This thing is going to miss. Alex Albright.
Use one of my abilities.
Oh, yes. Okay,
So
what are you going
I
to do?
roll to try and hit them.
Roll it.
That would be a 12 to hit.
Let's see. You hit them.
All
You
right,
hit it.
so they
All
take
right.
1 point of damage, and then next round, that enemy has disadvantage on attack rolls.
All right. You slash right into its arm, and you kind of break some of the mechanics, and it just kind of is fidgeting out a little bit. You're the first one to land a hit. Congratulations. Alex Albright. What did you get? And you are that good.
I got an 11, but I want to do something very similar to Mason, where
Okay.
she's kind of just standing
Scribe
there and very not okay, very similar things to him, and doesn't snap out of it and doesn't dodge this attack. She
Okay.
just stands there. The hit will not get her out of the state.
Ahem. So, you're going to take 1 point of damage, luckily for you.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, stumbled as it came charging towards you. And it's just going to kind of punch you in the chest.
Okay.
Alrighty. Roy, what did you get?
19.
Alrighty. And
But
you beat this
rather
thing.
than if I do pass, I would prefer to wrap them up in chains.
So, that would be on your turn.
I
Alrighty. And now with that, let's see. Rikter, it's your turn in the initiative. What are you going to do?
Well, right after, I'll take my stance at the ready,
Okay.
and then it looks like it's out of thin air. The sword will appear in my hand,
Okay.
and I'll start going in on the same exact mech.
Alrighty. Are you going to roll to hit?
Yep.
Alrighty. Roll prowess. It's going to roll coordination to attempt to dodge.
Prowess. That would be 21.
So with a natural 20, it backflips right out of the way. And it's like, nah, I'm not making the same mistake.
Holy moly.
Yeah. You miss, and your sword just clatters against the ground. If that's your turn, we move on to Alex Albright.
Yes. Okay.
What are you going to do?
So, Alex is going to attempt to run towards the voice and ignore the villains. She's gonna first.
Oh,
She's gonna
look at
first.
you being a hero.
Yeah. She's gonna first bulk up air,
Yeah.
and this does not take a turn anymore because it was
Okay.
Wicked Punisher. I'm just letting you know.
Sure. I won't
Um,
remember it.
You won't, but it's fine. So she's just gonna do +1, and she's
Okay.
just gonna run past the whole entire group of villains. She gets advantage on dodge checks in case anyone tries to hit her.
Okay, yes, you are going to have an attack
Okay.
from one of the my dice smaller drones.
All right.
So, with that in mind, I would like you to roll your coordination with advantage. Oh, why? Why can't my minions ever?
I got
be
two
good?
12s, so let's see, 12 plus. Let's see here. So 18 total.
Yeah. So, you beat it by 10.
Damn. Thing sucks.
and-
Just like every other freaking NPC.
You basically leap over it and you rush forward. You're going to try and find one of the people that screamed.
Yeah.
I'll let you roll awareness.
17 plus 3, I think.
17 plus 3. Okay. So, you go looking around, and you do hear another cry for help, and you begin to make your way in that direction. But it looks like it's going to take your turn just to get there. Alrighty. Now, Roy Zeroth, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna attempt to wrap my attacker.
Okay. What do you have to roll for that?
I would imagine willpower or coordination.
Okay. Now roll me willpower, good sir. This thing is going to roll to try and dodge. Oh no!
I got a nat 19.
He got a nat 5. So yeah, you're gonna wrap. All right, you have it grappled at this point. Now, are you able to do anything else in your turn? At all?
Yeah, mainly because I want to try to interrogate it.
Okay. What
So-
exactly are you looking for?
Information on where any hostages may be.
You try to talk to it, but it just kind of makes gurgle beeping noises. You don't think it can really speak English.
Terrific.
So, if that's the end of your turn, we'll move to
yeah.
Anthony Howell. Unless you have anything else you want to do.
No, I say I've done enough for this turn.
Okay, Anthony, your turn. What are you gonna do?
First question.
Yes,
What's
sir.
the weather like?
Cloudy. Very cloudy. A lot of smoke.
Remember, you're in a hollow dome, so
Okay, that's fine.
There is fire that
Okay.
produces light.
a lot of fire.
Son of a bitch, you two.
Oh yeah, allow me to send you the picture of what it looks like, so that way you all know what it's like. There are shadows, but there's also fire, just straight up fire. So yeah, have fun.
Two are devils.
This
like
isn't
it.
even the worst we could do.
Okay,
So-
I do.
You have 10 seconds. Remember that.
Alright. Wait, how much light is there producing? Like,
Look at the picture.
That's
It's a lot of light.
Egypt. I'm gonna go find a dark place.
Okay. There are kind
Maybe
of
in,
a
like,
few
a building.
buildings on the outskirts that are less encapsulated in fire, that
Alright,
have
well,
a little bit stronger shadows.
Alright, I'll go to
It's going to take your movement to get there, but you still have an action because you do have ranged abilities, I do believe. So, now that you're in the shadow area, your movement's gone. What is it that you'd like to do?
That was another good question.
9, 8,
I
7.
want to listen around and see if I can hear voices.
All right, roll awareness.
Roll d20. I don't have my dice with me.
Okay, sure.
You said
What's your
awareness?
bonus? Yep,
I have 18 total.
18 total. Alrighty. Let's see. You can hear and you see a few other students that are taking this exam. They're kind of rushing over to that area. So on your turn, you can follow them and make your way. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nah, that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Darien Marquis, what are you
All right.
going to do?
I'm gonna use Pulse, and for people who don't know, it's basically a co-location. So I'm gonna just listen in under range and just see like, what kinds of voices there are. Like, sort of basically just use my advanced hearing to, make sure I know where, like, if I can take out any hostages through my ears.
Alrighty. Roll whatever you would need to. Whether that would be advantage or your awareness or whatever it is.
Yeah, okay, if we're rolling anything in awareness, it's basically a large radius. So my awareness, that's 28.
20. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, and that's a net 20, by the way.
Oh my god, alright, never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you the... yeah, you know exactly where one person is. You see that there's a little bit of a high-rise building not too far away, and there is a person on the 4th floor within that room crying out for help. You know exactly where they are.
Alright, I turn to Yue. Yue, momentum boost us up over there. See, 4th floor? Where there's a hostage in there.
She's looking over all crazy, like, oh my god, this is the most...
It's fine, it's fine.
Okay, what would she roll? Willpower?
Yeah, she's basically just gonna use the potential energy of pushing down the ground to set her up.
What is her willpower bonus?
Let me pull that up quickly.
Yeah, because I do not have that on hand as of the moment.
I will link it to you.
Thank you. I will use this time, however,
her willpower
to make
is
sure
7.
I'm on my notes. Oh, 7. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be fine. So, yeah. So, thank you for the document. I'm gonna pull that up, have it as one of my tabs. There. Alrighty. So, yeah, she got an exceptional number. She is easily going to shoot you guys up there. All of a sudden, everyone who's fighting or running off to go find people. You see Darien and Yue. You don't know their names, but you do see these two just kind of shoot up right into the air and make their way to a building on one of the top floors, the 4th floor.
I'm gonna keep my pulse active, and within like a 30-foot radius, just to sort of sense for things.
So, you know, so Yue has used all of her movement. She's used her action and her movement, but technically you didn't move, so you can still do stuff.
Alright.
So, you land in this room, roll me a very quick awareness check because it's rather smoky and there's fire.
I rolled a 16, bloody 4.
God, why? Okay, you see this person, or rather this crash dummy. It's just a crash dummy with a voice box in its throat, and you just hear a very static voice being like, "Save me! Help me! Eat at John's Thick Meats! Help! Save the day!"
I feel
It
far
plugs
less
every now
motivated
and
to
again. It plugs every now and again.
Yeah, so did they mention what we do with these people?
No, they did not. That's for
Alright.
you to decide.
So, just as I'm like, I guess I first sort of like just saying it like a calming words. It's gonna be okay. We'll get you out of here. And as I'm doing so, I'm just sort of using my pulse in that 30-foot radius to see if there's anything around.
Okay. Roll for it. Roll.
All right. It's a 10, so 18.
You sense kind of like a few drones. You sense a few drones on the ground. You sense many others kind of go around, rushing, trying to find people. But there isn't really anything of notice just yet.
All right. We're gonna stay
And
silent
with
for
that is going to be the end of your turn. Now then, who is next on our initiative list? That would be, oh my god, where are you? I can't find you. Ah,
I think it's Mason.
yes, it is Mason. Thank you. Thank you, Gavin. I'd give you bonus points if I was a merciful god. Mason Bell, what are you gonna do?
All right. I am going to start trying to look for a vantage point on top of a building.
There are plenty.
Well,
There
I have to get to it first. That's basically what I'm going for.
Yeah, there's a nearby building that is too on fire. There seems to be a relatively intact staircase, and the roof doesn't look like it's collapsed in. If you want, you can run inside, run up those stairs, and hop on top. Or you can attempt to leap up if you have super bounds. I'm still trying to keep everything together and remember who has what.
I am going to run up them stairs.
You're gonna run up them stairs. All right, you just turn to your right and you rush inside this building. You run up the stairs and you're on the roof. You have a tiny, tiny bit of movement left, but not much. What would you like to do? You still have an action.
I'm going to roll awareness to try and like hear out some people.
Roll that stuff.
Rolled off my desk. Again, Jesus Christ. All right, 16. Jesus Christ.
Beautiful, darling. So, let me see what would be in your proximity. Okay. So, you actually hear a couple voices. You're kind of above most of the roaring inferno, so you can kind of hear a little bit. Let's see. You hear that there is, to your left, to the southwest side of the dome, at least you assume it to be, you think you hear someone crying out for help. And over in that area, you see there's a lot of collapsed rubble. So, are you going to start to make your way there?
Yep.
Alrighty. You leap off the building and you begin to make your way.
I was gonna say go rooftop to rooftop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of hop onto the next roof. Now then. So, everyone, roll an awareness check.
Oh god.
Everyone.
I feel like this
Roll a
results
D20.
only in bad things.
Holy shit.
Why? What would I do that would be bad?
Don't even, John. Don't even.
I like doing it. It freaks you guys out. Adam Price?
John, you already messed me once.
Yes.
You already messed me up once. You've betrayed my trust.
I have. Adam Price, what'd you get?
16.
Beautiful. Anthony Howell.
Math in my head. 14.
Sit down over
Beautiful.
Go,
Bell.
Cat. Get out of here.
22.
All right. Darien Marquis.
22 as well.
You can roll for UA if you'd like, and you can all.
Alright, so that's a...
It's my mic cutting out. You can roll for UA.
For UA, it's 18.
Beautiful. Rikter, what did you and Kara get?
Richter got a 13. Kara got a natural 20.
Good God! All right. Alex Albright, what did you get?
7.
7. Roy, what did you and Voressa get?
I got a 16. V got a nat 1.
At least I'm not the only one who got a bad roll.
Well, what did you all get?
That's important, yeah.
What did Yevel get? roll it. What did Bird Boy get? Little bird. No. Him. Most of you do pretty
You're
good.
a washing machine.
Adam, Gavin, what the hell is that?
Gavin, get out of your
Needed him real
basement.
fast.
Oh god.
I just feel cheese grater.
Why is it called the cheese grater? It sounds like a washing machine.
That's
That's what
how it
happens
did.
when my fucking mic decides to say, "Hey, we're just gonna."
Oh god, it's the
Open
cheese
it out and
grater.
then-
We only got half an hour, guys. We're gonna hurry.
Yeah, we got
Hour half.
All right, let's kick this off. So, all of you guys, for the most part, hear a loud, thunderous boom in 3 different areas. One to the east, one to the west, one to the north,
Boom.
With this, you see 3 silhouettes begin to rise from the flames. To the west, you see a man in very silver armor with a black cape flowing in the wind, high-tech gear, emerges from the flames. And he stands atop a rubble. It is the professional hero and Icon Noctis. Stands above you. And he has red text on his chest that says, Enemy 1. To the east, you see a woman begin to rise from the rubble as well. She has 2 gauntlets, strong armor, and she has a cape flowing in the wind and an Oni mask on her. She has an enemy labeled on her. From the north, you see a car gets flipped out of the way.
Oh no.
A large orc rises from the flames. Grimgor slams his axe to the ground.
It's over, we
You
lose.
see, enemy is painted on his forehead.
You might be dead here, guys. I'll be
It's
honest.
backwards. He probably did it in the mirror.
Oh no.
And then, you know what? No, I'll save that last one for. I'll give you guys a fair chance. You have to fight these
It's
3
been
enemies.
stated. Send it.
Odie. Odie.
Heyo.
Would you like to say something horrifying to
Oni just sort of walks out of the rubble, like looks around and just sort of clasps her hands together, cracks her knuckles, and she looks down on all of the students and just says, "Let lesson 1 begin."
Alright. Excuse me. Well, let's begin! Alrighty, so. Noctis is gonna rush forward. Let's see. Who's on the east? That's Alex Albright,
Oh.
Mason Bell, right? Or no, the west. Excuse me. So that's Alex Albright, that's Mason, and you guys are still kind of in the center, so that's almost everyone. Oni saw 2 children jump up to one of the buildings. I think she's gonna make her way there.
Indeed she is.
Uh-oh.
What's up? Yeah, what's up, Kevin?
Is this part of the plan? Because I didn't get my turn yet.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry!
Get fucked.
Oh wait, no, you're not after them. You're right after them. That's why you didn't get your turn. You're after the
Loser.
teachers.
He is a
You
true
rolled like crap.
brawler.
So, Odie, we'll go with you first. What are you
Alright.
gonna do?
Well, see, I'm rushing over to where Darien and Yue are.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. Let's see. To get onto the building,
Mm-hmm.
she would probably channel wind through her boots and just sort of launch herself up there and do a superhero landing on the rooftop right next to the 2.
Let's
10
turn
points.
this into a horror scene. Alright, Darien and Yue, you're trying to figure out exactly where to take this person. You're just talking, then all of a sudden, whoosh, you hear a thump right behind you.
Bad news. Bad news.
Do you turn around to address what's behind you?
Yeah.
You look behind you. You see, Yue's doll has come to life in the form of a human. It's Oni, the one hero you know of.
The one hero you guys made sure I know of.
And you see enemy as labeled.
I guess I looked for UA's ring.
Alright, she remains consciousness. That's a
Oh
plus.
shit.
She's shell shocked. Oni, what do you do?
Let's see. She's going to very cheesily sort of stand up and point at the civilian dummy. Just be like, I can't let you get away with that, heroes. And she's gonna like like get into a fighting stance.
I'm sorry, I can't.
She's not an actor.
Kick him in the balls! Kick him in the balls! Give him
Let's see.
my vibrato.
Oh my god.
I take it I probably used my action to activate my boots to get up here, so that's it for me.
You're just here to terrify them.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna shift to Noctis. He
Give him a
rushes.
little bit of a razzle dazzle.
He lands right in front of Belle, who is rushing over to where the people are. Noctis lands on the roof, thud, and he rises and he says, "Oh, I don't know where you think you're going here. This is my turf." Kind of crosses his arms, cracks his neck.
I hate it. I actually hate it.
And he's going to try and punch the ever-living hell out of you. Mason Bell, roll the dodge! Oh, come on!
Is dodge a flat? Dodge isn't flat, right? Dodge is coordination.
That's coordination.
All right.
Dodge!
They're taking it easy on them.
26.
With a natural one. With a natural one, you trip him over and he lands. And he's clearly not used to being the bad guy. And yeah, you dodge narrowly. It's quite incredible, actually.
He dodged narrowly.
There are literal speed lines from how quick I dodged.
Oh yeah, it was so close. Grimgor!
Left an afterimage, and that's what he attacked.
It was perfect. So Grimgor just kind of looks to his axe, looks to the big crowd of people where most of you are.
If you want, I can insert some Grimgor verbiage here.
Please do, please do.
So, he's gonna...
Gotta be south.
Go to his axe. Well, seems like you got some new test subjects! Start running and running.
So he splits a car in half by running. He bursts through the rubble and he's gonna try and swipe at Alex Albright,
Fuck.
Adam Price, and who else is there? A few other random NPCs. So you two are gonna dodge. Oh, and Roy. Roy, Adam, and Alex roll coordination or you're getting cleaved in half.
But I still have the robot chained.
Doesn't matter if you have the robot chain, you got dodge.
24.
I don't care what you have.
Alright, 24. Okay. Adam, what do you have, buddy?
I got 24.
Okay. Roy, what do you have?
Am
Coordination.
I adding? Alright. 18.
18. You all somehow dodge. Just, you leap out of the way or duck, it just swings right over your head. That is almost the end of the hero's turn, except we have more little surprise to throw at you.
Oh,
And then we get to go
I
to
know who
Adam.
it is.
All of a sudden, in the center of the stadium, the biggest explosion you could have ever seen happens. Buildings begin to shake and some of them crumble. You see a dust cloud come charging towards you guys. And you see, walking out of the flames like a Terminator,
don't you dare.
Rising Phoenix steps on one of the cars and bends it with his weight. He says, "Hello,
Fat
children.
ass.
I'll be your I'll be your villain for today."
Here comes Mr. Collateral.
Mr. Collateral. And he's just gonna stand there look intimidating. Adam Price, what?
And then we move to the kid with no powers.
Hang on,
I'm
everyone.
about to read the darkest timeline. No!
Yes, Adam Price.
So, that robot that was in front of me,
Yes.
that tried slashing me, did Grimgor chop that thing in half?
Yes.
Is there any weapons on it?
Yeah, actually. It had a sword.
Alright, I want to take the sword.
Shing! You have a blade now.
Okay. Now, I'm going to step back a little bit. I'm going to look in the air, look around me, take in all the awe. Rising
Yes.
Phoenix, Grimgor, Oni, and everybody, and all the heroes, the aspiring heroes in the air. And I'm just gonna sit there and be like, oh my god.
I want to give you a bonus point for that because you made me laugh. But I won't because I'm evil. What are you going to do?
Because I'm the
Well,
one that's reading.
I'm going to look for other people like that aren't civilians, like aspiring
aren't
heroes
civilians?
as well. Yeah, aspiring heroes.
You
as well.
have plenty. There's a young woman. This is Alex Albright. You don't know any of their names. Alex Albright, Roy. You have a few NPCs there. Voressa is there, and just a bunch of other random heroes. The battle has gone on for such a little amount of time that everyone kind of clumped in the center. So you're kind of in a nice crowd, but you're seeing people begin to disperse. What do you want to do?
I wanna yell to Alex and Roy. I'd be like, hey, we should team up.
Alex, Roy, you see this kid holding one of the destroyed machines. Call out to you guys. Do you respond?
Not at all.
Well,
Wow!
Savagery.
Okay, Adam, you get no response.
actually,
You should hear one of them say, "Was that a cheese grater?"
So, Adam, what do you do?
I'm just gonna be like. Alright, so I'm gonna look back at the robot and I'm just gonna say, don't worry, I got to just to robots. I'm gonna run off with the civilians.
Alrighty, you go looking for them. Now, let's see, what's next? NPCs. They're just screaming in pain, crying. Alright. Enemies! Since we're coming close to our time, the teachers and enemies.
Oh, dude.
So the teachers get to go again.
Are you serious?
Monkas.
Trying to save on time, good sir.
But Sean, I have plans.
Look, me and Gavin have to wait for all of you to go, and you'd ask a million questions. I hate you.
I get mine.
Oni, what do you want to do?
Let's see. So they're both just sort of standing there in fear, correct?
Darien's not taking you too seriously. Yue is kind of starstruck.
Okay.
What
I
is
don't like the look.
moving?
I don't like the look Darien's giving me. So I'm going to rush forward at him, and I'm going to attempt to grab his face.
Guess I can't see you for this one.
Roll prowess. And
Yep.
Darien, roll coordination. Oh dear. What?
I got a 19. Is that good?
So Oni, what
So-
happens?
So I grab onto Darien's face,
Yep.
What
and I
happens?
send an electric shock through my gauntlet. Slam him with that. He takes three damage.
Alright, write that down.
Alright.
He plugged it into one of the Infinity Stones.
And then she just sort of like takes her hand away and she goes, "Ah, sorry, did I go too hard?"
Adam's cheese grater, or Gavin's cheese grater, actually kind of helped the effect.
It really did.
No
So,
need for a sound
Darien,
effect on that one.
Your face is burned. It's just fried.
I'm a bit buzzed. Don't worry about it. This is your job, right?
She just like backs up. She's like, "Well, I still can't have you getting away with that civilian." So, yeah.
Did they do something? Did they do something wrong? What's up?
So we move on. Darien, you're not allowed to talk. Bad boy. Bad. Bell! Noctis stands back up. He's going to attempt to... I don't know where you think you're going, kiddo. He tries to reach for you. Roll coordination to dodge. Oh dear. So Bell, what'd you get?
Roll dodge again.
Yep.
I can match fucking keep my shirt in. 23.
I'm so sorry. So, he grabs you. He flings you onto the ground, and he kicks you with a natural 20 into another building. He's going to do double damage. You take 7 points of damage.
This group of like 30-something adults is just beating the shit out of some small children.
It's great. Bell, you take 7 points of damage, go straight through a wall. He's like, oh dear God, did I kill another one?
I'm just gonna pick my head back up. The hell, man?
That's great. Oh, it's great. Alright, so Grimgore's going to make an attack. Let's see now, kids. Adam, Alex, Roy, roll the dodge!
Oh, okay.
And this coordination dodge, right?
Yes, sir.
25.
I'm supposed to ask you too.
Not too bad. I already said the words.
Oh, now I'm gonna GM hack it so he kills you. How about...
I'm gonna GM hack it so I stop the recording and delete it.
Right there. Adam, what'd you get?
Game over.
21.
Okay. Roy, what'd you get?
13.
What'd Voressa get?
I don't know, let me see. Well, I'm not even gonna bother, that was enough for.
Okay, so... all of a sudden you see Grimgore raises and he goes to swipe at you guys again. You all dodge, and then Roy, you stand up, look around. Why is Voressa not here? And you see, she's on the other end of his axe as he just flings her into a building.
Good thing it's padded.
Good thing you have a nurse. So she takes 3 points of damage.
So save that good for later!
Oh wait, I didn't factor in environmental. Scratch that, she takes 7 points of damage. Jesus. This is nice, I like this.
7 seems to be the standard for building throwing.
Rising Phoenix kind of cracks his knuckles. Alright, I guess I should play around a little bit. Who's up for round 2? And he rushes. Alex, he's going for you.
Oh my god.
Hey, sweetie.
This is a war, dude.
Don't tell your mother. Alex, roll the dodge.
Yo.
Roll the dodge.
It's Rising Phoenix just says that, not John. I got 25.
Okay, you beat him. He slams into the ground and the kind of rolls you back. He misses. But oh, good God, was he close. He's like, don't worry, it's just a love tap. I'm pulling my punches.
I highly doubt that.
You see there's like a crater in the cement?
That's a love tap for the likes of Steve.
I'm gonna just like nod at him and like keep on.
Alright, Rikter, it's your turn.
I imagine, like, middle of the fight, like, Darien gets cracked. Guys, we're back on my vlog!
Oh, what's up, guys? This is Passionate.
Currently getting attacked
Now we're
by
getting
a
our
monster.
asses kicked.
Alright, so
Odie's like running at him in the distance.
I've noticed everyone.
So, Rikter, what are you gonna do? Ooh,
Because of the situation, I'm gonna try and get the attention of Grimgor.
Oh my god.
It's a battle of the ages.
You know what it's like? It's like when Ian Malcolm pulls like the player and try to get the T-Rex on him, like, over here!
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the side where he's not facing everyone else and get his attention.
Run to the side of him. Oni would be to your back up in the building, so, but she's distracted with Darien. Grimgor just kind of is standing there. And what do you do to get his attention?
What would insult Grimgor? In the most meaningful ways.
You got a limp dick. Your arms
Hey,
look squishy.
green skin! Your ass looks dull!
My axe is not dull!
It's like intentionally dulled so we can hit the
And
kids.
then, like, if Grimgor turns to me,
Yes.
I get a searing headache and just crumble to the ground.
I don't know why. Okay.
Kara, though.
What's Kara gonna do?
I forgot about her last time.
I did too. I'm bouncing a lot
I'm
of
great
things
with
through my
keeping
back.
up with my enemies. She is going to see that this orc is hitting a bunch of people and is going to use her bug flies to start.
Okay.
So a swarm of flies goes around Grimgor, so he has disadvantage on attacks.
Okay.
First bug.
Hey, the bug!
Yeah, second bug. Voressa got thrown through a building. Kara's going to use her maggots to heal Kara. Well, to heal Voressa for 1d4.
Nice. All right.
So Voressa will heal up 2 health.
All right, Roy. Be sure to write that down. Or Alan.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Is there anything else Kara can do on her turn?
That's all Kara can do.
Alrighty. We're going to move on to our lovely girl, Alex Albright.
Okay. So, can I continue down where I was going to see if I can see the hostage? Or whatever.
You roll awareness real quick.
Yep. Okay, I got
The game might go to 2.
I got a 10.
Okay. You got a 10?
Yes.
You don't entirely hear too much, but you can kind of keep... Is that all you want to do?
So you cut out for me, so I didn't hear what you said.
So you can't really hear anything, you can't really see anything. You wanna, is that all you wanna do?
How much movement do I have left, if any?
Not really anything, because you're just kind of going in an aimless...
Okay, I guess that's it, yeah. I can't really do anything else.
Okay, Roy Zeroth, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go over to a street sign and just cut it down.
Okay. You cut it down.
I'm gonna sharpen it with my blades.
You sharpen it with your blades. It's not too difficult.
And I'm gonna feckin' just straight into Grimgor, just swipe him.
You're gonna swipe him? Okay,
Yeah.
Roll d20.
What am I adding? Formation?
Prowess.
Prowess, okay. Let me find it real quick. I got a lot of shit. Prowess. 18.
Okay, 18. So, let's have some fun. So, what does Grimgor get? You beat him. You slash at him. Roll a d4, I guess, for damage.
Got a 2.
Okay, he takes 2 points of damage, and as he's about to stab or like cut down on Rikter, He looks to you.
He's gonna flip him off.
You flip him off.
Fuck
it's
you,
now
you
on
overgrown tumor.
Alrighty. Anthony Howell, what are you gonna do? It's your turn.
Finally! I'm gonna move over to Grimgor.
Okay, you rush over. What are you gonna do?
Get the Titan! Get the Titan!
Everyone gang up on him.
Let's see what happens when a beast fights another beast.
Where are you gonna find the other beast from?
I want to activate Plead Insanity, John.
Oh no. Alright, do it.
So, with the power of rage vested upon Anthony Howell, shadows of rage engulf his body. His hair becomes long. His clothes are ragged, and 2 6'2" axes with triple-barreled shotguns on the top by the blades and chains connected to the trigger appear in his hands. And I want to go and swing it. What?
How long are you in this for?
For 4 turns.
Okay. So, you're gonna swing at him?
I'm gonna swing at him more.
Prowess.
Alright. Roll D20.
I did.
Yes! Total 20.
You beat him. Is that a
Wait,
natural
wait,
20?
hold on, I have to. No, it's a nat 17. I have to do it again because I'm swinging with both axes.
Okay.
Each do their own damage. Roll D20. The other one was a 13.
13 hit. Okay.
Do both hit?
You dialed just one.
Okay, that's fine.
The other
So
hits.
now the weapon damage is a D4 plus 2.
Okay, roll it.
Roll a D4.
Oh, you want me to?
No, I got it. I'm using my iPhone. It gets dealt 3 damage.
Okay. So, you do 3 damage to him, and as you swing down with the other, he just grabs it. So, is that the end of your turn?
That is all I can do.
Okay, Darien Marquis, what are you gonna do, my poor child?
Yue, snap out of it quickly.
Roll charisma.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Alright.
Oh shit, I'm in here.
Oh yeah, my charisma's pretty high.
Alright, what'd you get?
25.
25! You beat
My
me.
charisma is basically out.
Yeah, you snap her out of it, she's like, oh my god, it's Tony!
Yeah. Do you have any strategies?
Wait, what's happening? I blacked out.
Alright.
Oh, just like getting ready to swing again.
Yeah, in quick motion, I decide to use I decide to use my buffer. Very much like I go on and sing, and I don't know if she's taken aback by this, but alright, so
What are you hoping to do?
I'm hoping to boost our coordination. I just need to check to see how many. Alright, yeah, 2 points. So coordination is buffed 2 points from me, okay?
Okay.
And I'm like, I grab onto the hostage, grab onto Yue and like, get us out of here now.
Alright, she's going to attempt to get out of here. Oh, natural 19! Yeah, you guys rock it out.
Yeah, and remember to add those 2 coordination.
It doesn't matter. You
Okay.
rock it out.
Yeah.
Oni, you see them fly off.
For now.
Oh no. Alright, is that your turn, Darien Marquis?
Very much so.
Alright, Mason Bell, what are you gonna do? You're in a building.
So I got 2 options. I can either stay and fight a fight that, because I am not dumb, I know I can't win.
Sure.
I feel like it's a jab at me.
Or you can be awesome.
Or I can go do what I was gonna do and try to save some money.
What are you gonna do, Papa? Noctis has moved on to other people.
Not me no building. Heard my reply, then left.
He thinks you're good.
You little bitch. All right.
I just had to smack you around a little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand back up.
You dust
Bearings.
Dust off the
And,
dirt.
I'm gonna go. Keep continuing onto the path I was going. to try
You
to find-
eventually make it to your area. Roll
awareness.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I suck. Okay. 11. Fucking Jesus Christ. 11.
Somehow you actually find it. You beat the dice. So, under the rubble, you kind of hear a very... Save me! Save me! Save me! Save me! Just on a loop.
Yeah, that Uncle John stick lead. Save me. Save me.
Sponsored.
So, Belle, what are you going to do? You're going to lift up the rubble, try and grab the doll?
Yep.
Alright, roll a strength check.
$27.
Oh my god!
My mod is 7.
No! No! Alright.
Hey,
So-
yeah, that's 20.
With no effort whatsoever, you grab the rubble and just fling it to the side. The light seems to bear down upon you, shonen anime character, and you just hold out a hand, grab the doll. It's very stiff, so you kind of have to lift it up awkwardly. And you technically have a survivor in your midst. Now you need to figure out where you're going to take it. Roll an awareness check. And Darien, I actually forgot to do this for you when you were in the air, so you may do.
Alright, awareness.
Yes, both of you roll an awareness check because you both have the dolls.
Alright, so I got a 10, and you got an 18.
13.
So, I'll go with Yue. I'll go back in time. So Yue actually finds every perfect point in the dome, the perfect north, south, east, and west. There is a little taped off as she imagines you're going to take the doll there, and she kind of tells you that. Belle, you're actually pretty damn close to one, because you kind of had to head back to where you came from. So, with the little to the safe zone?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. Adam Price, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so I'm going to. I assume Rising Phoenix and Grimgor are like really next close to each other because Rising Phoenix is attacking Alex, right?
Kind of, yeah.
So I'm going to try to separate the two. I'm going to call out to Phoenix. I'm going to be like, "Hey, Rising Phoenix! You look over here, you flamboyant circus clown! You can't catch me!"
Oh,
Wow.
A young man with a big mouth. I like it. He's gonna.
It's 1:30. We have to stop. We have to cut off Gavin's turn. I'm sorry.
All right,
Wow,
Gavin. Sorry,
man.
bud. We're ending the game now. Gavin. You have his attention. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's after you.
I'm going to start running!
What's up?
I'm going to start running! And I'm just
You
going
fucking.
You can't stop her!
You run for your life. Is that all you're gonna do?
Well, I'm also going to try to listen for the cries of civilians.
Roll awareness.
Okay. Rolled. That's horrible. Hang on.
What'd you get?
That's a 9.
What's up?
Big old niner. Niner.
Alright, you don't really hear anything. You're too busy running for dear life. Alright, enemy's turn. Now then, Oni, what are you gonna do?
Hyperventilating.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
So Darien and Yue have already dropped off the civilian.
No, they're still technically in the air, making their way. You can stop them.
I just want. So, my same maneuver as before, channel wind energy through my boots and just launch myself at them.
Okay.
And really,
Like a torpedo.
yeah, pretty much. Let's see. From what I saw, I might assume that Yue has some sort of flight ability. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably just gonna reach forward and I'm just gonna try to grab one of them. But as I'm approaching, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you pretty boy with the singing voice, can I make a recommendation? I know this wonderful song called Get Ready to Die. You should play it."
Do I have some last words?
Mid-flight, about to connect. Omaiwa Shinte.
I asked if I have any last word, and before she answers, I'm gonna scream down at the public, and I'm like, "Guys, drop the hostages off at perfect north, south, east, west."
Oh, snap! Alright, you all have the information.
Okay.
And
Damn it.
rescue people.
Alright.
Darien, freaking hero.
I am gonna try to grab just one of them. Just like even tap them. I just need to make
Alright.
hand contact.
I'm gonna roll something. If you get a 1 or a 2, it's Yue. If you get a 3, it's Darien. I'm gonna roll it.
Okay.
It's Yue.
Okay, great. I'm gonna make the coordination check against her coordination check.
Okay.
Alright, notice that she has an extra points from that buff.
Oh, I don't think it matters, my friend.
Oh, does it not?
Hey, Oni, what you got?
Here, let me see. What is Oni's coordination again? Ah, yes.
Oh.
24?
So with a natural 1, you come down, strike, and you just pluck Yue right out of the sky. Yoink!
I was gonna try to just grab onto her leg and freeze it.
Oh, okay, that works.
Just encase her in a block of ice and just watch.
So you slap some ice on her, and she's like, "Oh, we're sinking." You guys begin to crash to the earth.
Like a volleyball spike.
Can she, before they crash, can she try and like adjust her slow us down?
She can give you a soft enough landing. That's
It won't
all
do
I'm
too
giving
much
you.
damage.
Alright, so Darien takes 1 point of damage, Yue takes 2 points of damage. Now then, let's see if the ice shatters. Nope, still there. So now she has like a
Beautiful.
Alrighty, Noctis. He's going to run in and he's going to strike at Anthony, who's currently beating up his friend Grimgor. Yeah, he's coming. Alrighty, let's see. Anthony, roll coordination.
I love my rolls.
What'd you get?
Total
And he's gonna strike across the face. He's gonna pull a little more That's 2 strikes. So he's gonna roll again. Roll again to dodge.
Alright, 25.
Alright.
I swear, if you somehow pull something out of your ass, like a 29.
You beat him. You beat him this time.
Good.
But the first one's gonna hit you.
That's
For
fine.
the 43.
You take 4 points of damage.
Man, I like that number.
7,000.
You need negative infinity.
It's out of the way.
So, that's that. Grimgor's going to try. Roll the dodge. Never move out. Alright. What's your favorite number? 5. Natural 20. Grimgor gets to do double damage. So he's going to slash at your tum-tum
Anthony gonna die.
and try and knock you in. Hey, Cole, just to make sure, how much damage does his do? I'm just making sure.
Grimgor's axe?
Yeah. Is it a D8 or a D6? I just want to make
It's
sure.
either D6 or D8. I'm not sure which.
Since it's padded, we'll keep it a D6. Since it's padded, we'll keep it a D6. Oh God. Hey Anthony,
Oh no.
I'm dead, aren't I?
I just want to say I love you. And
This is the second character!
I told you this wouldn't work out.
No,
That's
I'm not
why.
even kidding. Like, I actually had a different... John, am I alive with 1 health or...
I don't know. You take 9 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Never.
Are you still alive?
Excuse my...
Oh wait.
Think
that Grim
one
Guard
step
attack?
ahead of yourself on God. You need to.
John,
Yes. What's up?
was that Grimgore attacking?
Yes.
He does have disadvantage because of Kara.
You do. You're right. All right.
Yep.
Anthony,
Get a net.
I'm doing math in my
survive the
head, didn't I?
attack.
Wait, what's the total?
8.
Remember
Total?
this.
Cole saved your ass so badly.
Oh my god.
That
Cole
would
is the
not have been
reason you
good.
don't have an axe. Oh my God.
Rikter called his axe dull. So good.
That's really why he has disadvantage.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I
So-
told you, one beast it's not gonna work out for, and it's not green.
It's purple.
So, with that, Rising Phoenix is going to do something a little fun. He's gonna pull something called Hurricane of Embers. And he's going to charge up fire within his hands. He's gonna slam it on the ground. And you're all going to be hit with just like a wave of heat and embers. He's coiled back a lot. There's no damage. There's no damage. But, no, like to the ground. But you all are going to take... Alright, you all take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
So,
Screw this,
Roy
I even-
takes half damage from fire. Would that be nothing then?
What's up?
Roy takes
Yes,
less damage
you
from fire.
would not take it.
Wait, all of us, even the people that aren't like, or the only the people immediately like.
The people with Indian.
What?
Alex, Adam, and Roy doesn't take anything, so just Alex.
Alright.
Oh, dope. I don't take damage? Awesome.
No. Alrighty. So, this will be our last initiative round. Rikter, what are you gonna do?
Well, looking grim for literally anyone that walks towards Grimgore.
It's in the
There's a
name.
slight problem with my situation. I can't.
I'm in a really good spot to deal.
10 seconds, Darth Cole. 10. 9.
Actually, I'm gonna run towards Rising Phoenix.
What? Alright. What are you gonna do?
I am gonna try and get his attention.
What do you do?
Wow, hot enough for you? And I'll take a swipe at.
Alright, roll to hit. He's gonna thug. These are your last rounds. We count.
60.
17. One better! As you go to slash, he moves his arm and is like, a valiant effort, but you stood no chance.
Why don't you take a swing? Show me what you got.
Fair enough.
And then,
And,
Just fucking pushes them into the
because she
dirt.
does the stuff and the things.
oh,
Start is going to actually go up a building, not on the inside. She has a passive called Mecha Spider, where she can actually walk on surfaces.
ew.
So
Alright.
she's gonna go up about
Nasty.
midway to a building.
I don't like it. I like her. Go on.
Keep the flies on Grimgore, and then she's going to use Tarantula Hawk on Rising Phoenix.
What does that do?
So first
Something
I'm
that he made up right now.
What's up?
To hit, I will attempt with a 22.
Okay. You beat him by a lot.
Alright. So, on hit, he takes 1d8 damage. So we'll be taking 5 damage. Then, he must make a strength check against me.
What'd you get?
20 in total.
28.
Damn. Alright.
Sounds about right.
Nice try. That's his strong suit, pun intended.
Well, I mean, the bright side was, if it worked, he was gonna be stunned until it came back to Kara's turn.
Oh. Alright, is that the end of your
That's all
turn?
they can do.
Alrighty. Alex Albright, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna continue.
Last round, make it count.
I'm gonna continue to look around, try to find the doll that I can. Doll. I don't know.
Roll
It's a doll.
Awareness.
Fuck's sake! I got a
What?
7.
Okay. Unfortunately, you did not find or hear anything.
And I noticed
Do
that
anything else?
Rising Phoenix isn't really after me anymore.
No. You're kind of on your own.
Well, at the end of this turn, my bulk up ends. I can't really do anything until I find this.
Okay. Is that all?
Yep.
Alright. Roy Zeroth, what do you want to do?
First, I want to say something to you. I'm going to tell her to get to a vantage point and take a shot at anything that moves.
Alright, she's going to rush over to one of the buildings and she's going to draw her bow and she's going to shoot at one of the little swordsmen. Roll. She hits it actually. She damages one. She does pretty
Nice.
good. What are you gonna do?
Me? I'm going to turn to Grimgor and ask him, how does something end up looking like you bathed in one of the cooling bays of Chernobyl?
Alright. Let's see.
And then, is there anything overhanging?
Not entirely, no.
Damn.
Everything's kind of just crumpled.
So I'm just going to take another swing at him with this sign.
Okay, yeah, sure, go for it. Take a swing.
Take your hit.
What'd you get?
This is prowess, correct?
What's up?
This is prowess, correct?
Yes, sir. That is prowess.
Money one.
Damn. Okay, yeah, you hit him.
So,
how much
take
damage
a swing.
Let's
Four.
see what happens.
That one was free.
4 damage.
4 damage. Alrighty. He takes 4 damage. He's still really busy with Anthony right now, but he's like, hold on, you'll get your turn.
Who threw that piece of paper at me?
Alright, Roy, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Anthony, what do you want to do? Last turn, make it count.
You know, let's go. We're making it count.
What are you gonna do?
I want to throw Grimgor.
Okay. Roll strength.
Roll d20. Just say it, John. Just say it. I'm not even gonna try.
Natural 20! Get hacked!
Finally! There we go!
You see, Anthony
You've been
begins
eviscerated.
to brace him. And he's like locking his fists in place, and then all of a sudden Grimgor just begins to slowly move them apart. And just rises up.
So he'll start to take apart the fist, just look right into his face, just screaming at it like there's spit flying out.
Boy, you hugging me, boy.
So Anthony, what do you want to do?
For one, I turned off my music, so I'm about to break my desk.
Now that's some quality gamer rich.
Jesus!
No, I'll explain my reign after this. Can I still attack or not?
Sure.
Alright, I want to swing with both axes.
Okay. Roll. Nice and quick.
Roll 2 d20s. Actually, never mind. Roll a d20. Jesus Christ, first one's a 70. Or 20.
70.
I thought just.
It's a high roll, Jesus.
First one's 70. With the 71.
Roll a d20.
GM hacking.
It's like Rising
So
Phoenix.
it's a 20. John, it's a 20 and an 18.
You hit both times.
Okay, so also there's a thing, I forgot to do this in the other turn, but in Plead Insanity, I have a thing called Predatorial Hunt, so
Okay.
since I'm targeting Grimgore, he takes, if any attacks that I do that hit him, do an additional 1 damage, so I have to run.
Okay. So I'll count
Roll
the last
2
time. you did.
d4s plus 2. No, shit. Roll 2 d4s. No, not roll to divorce. Roll 2 d4s.
What's it worse?
To roll for divorce.
Roll 2 d4s.
Anthony, I can roll it if you want.
Okay, yeah, do it for
D4
me.
and do it twice.
What are they total?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of damage!
Wait, is that total overall?
Yes.
The
Good
bonus.
God.
With my
All the
with
bonuses.
everything.
All the bonuses, all
That's
the
two
totals.
d4s. That's a d4. That's a d4 plus
you
2
got a
plus 1
4
plus a
and a
d4. A d4 plus 2 plus 1.
Is there a +2 for each d4? Or
Yes.
just 1? Yeah, you do 12.
And then you added the additional ones from the Predatorial Hunts.
There you go.
Alright, I'll take it.
Oh, I'm not broken.
No, but my luck is.
You
There's a
strike
lot
him.
of
I could just do it. Yeah, your luck is totally broken.
Darien
Yeah.
Marquis,
Let's try grabbing him again.
it's your turn. Last turn, make it count. Are you going to move to the...
Alright. I'm gonna. Right. So Oni's still in the air, right?
No, you're on the ground.
Oh, so Oni's on the ground. Okay. I was about to say I would have cast Lullaby.
Well, what are you going to do?
Alright, so how close am I? How close?
It's within running distance. You can make it this turn.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna do that.
You run, make your way, and you place the doll inside of the area. Bing!
Save!
Save! You got one of the survivors in there. You're the first one to get one in. And you see a few others after you are beginning to get them in as well.
Damn, I was right there.
Okay, so after running and just putting him down, do I have any other actions?
You're almost out of movement.
Alright, so I'm probably just gonna... I'll just do the iconic melody here, and have her roll to resist sleep. Bye.
Okay. Odie, roll
Yeah.
against sleep.
Okay. Let's see, what do I have to know? Willpower?
Yep.
Should do. Does a 25 make it?
Probably does, yeah.
Alright, you get drowsy for a second. Alright.
Okay, and...
Close call, but I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, so, Yue... So she has that, like, ice shadow, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if she could use that to amplify her damage if she tries and strikes down.
She can attack.
Alright.
Let's see. Can she bear to hit her, a hero? Apparently she can. Alright.
What was that flat zone? Are you pointed?
19 for her willpower.
Now my feet are cold!
You heckin' loser.
Oh my god.
She's gonna
So-
run up and try and whack you.
Okay.
Roll damage. Take 4 points of damage, Oni.
How's she gonna run
Oh,
up with
okay,
the butt
just
stuff first?
not even gonna block that.
Momentum.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry. Roll to touch.
Yeah. No, she
Oh,
hits.
well.
She hits.
Okay, yeah. Damage.
Cool.
Ice shatters. She whacks you. She just
Good
goes,
job,
"Oh
you
my
got
God."
out of the run!
So,
Fucking
That's the-
ow.
Mason Bell, what are you gonna do?
All right,
Let's
have I
go.
dropped the person off yet?
You can now. You drop it off. Bing! Mason Bell. Woo! Alright, what do you want to do?
I guess I'll keep looking around.
Alright, roll awareness.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, 19.
Alright, you definitely find some people up ahead, and you start to rush over there, and that's your movement. Adam Price? Good sir?
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I want to go out in the open. See,
Uh-huh.
I want to get into an area where I can see every single of the enemies. Just in Grimgore, recipe its own.
Yeah, you can
not
see
this.
there's a building you can hop on top of.
Alright, now I want to call out to every single one of them. I want to be like, Adam! I think your swordsmanship is lackluster, and I think your mask sucks! Alex, your sword is stupid! Noctis, your technology is gay! Come
I
on,
like this kid.
just come kill me!
It's so great because you can't understand a single fucking word he's saying.
So much better.
One of them just yells back up, "What?"
So they all yell at you? Or you yell at them?
Hear any of that?
They're all too busy focused on their own battles, but they definitely... With that...
Failing that kid.
Alright,
Gets him
well now I just want to chuck a rock at one of them.
Alright.
Where are you gonna find the rock?
Doesn't really do anything.
Probably rebel.
The whole place is rubble. I'd be surprised if he couldn't.
Alright, Gringor has a rock thrown at his head.
Boom.
So, with that...
Sorry,
The
Gav, you gotta
alarm
make a new
goes off.
character.
End of the exam. It's over. You guys did it. Congratulations. And you see kind of a monitor go up in the dome like, all right, stop the fight.
Anthony tries to attack Grimgore again.
Thank God, I wasn't built to last.
Miss Magna, would you care to ask everyone to back to the orientation room?
Yes, Magna's gonna sort of appear on the screen above everyone and be like, "All right, everybody, like return back to the orientation hall.
Alrighty.
You all did fantastic. Anybody with severe injuries, please go to the infirmary instead."
Let's see.
So everyone eventually powers down.
But be warned, you will fail.
They take their time and they all make their way. Everyone is covered in dust, beaten and bloodied. Like they went through a roller coaster. Magna,
Looking at that one guy. Let's go again.
let's do it again. Magna, would you care to explain to them?
Yes. So everyone's like sitting down, and Magna just walks back on cheerfully back to the podium, takes the mic, and goes, "Welcome back. It seems you all made it through with little injury. Your grades will be returned to you shortly. We have our teachers going over them at the moment. However, we can't say this. You all pass. That was the plan all along." And so, yeah. Magna sort of surveys the crowd, and she goes,
Man, fuck this school.
I love it.
"You may all go over to the booth on the right to receive your performance scores and your class numbers."
Right. And with that, you guys all begin to make your way, go into the lines. Some people are kind of like, what the hell, dude? Why'd they throw us in there for nothing?
It's there for nothing.
What about the
What a
one dude that
fucking
kept
waste of
killing
time.
hostages?
What about the one guy that just kept murdering everything? So,
Hey, I'm knocked out right now. If I'm gonna be honest.
So, you all grab your stuff, and Miss Magna tells you all that basically you're going to be meeting in the cafeteria, that they have different room areas to show where your homeroom is going to be, so that way you guys can all meet up, you can meet with your teachers and such. So, you guys all grab your stuff. You begin to make your way to the cafeteria, trying to figure out the map. Some of you are still dusting dust off yourselves. And you make your way into the cafeteria. You're all looking for Class 1W. And it's kind of off to the corner of the cafeteria. You begin to make your way. Everyone, except maybe Anthony, he's probably passed out, like he said. Everyone eventually makes it to this little corner booth. You all get to meet each other. It's an open RP if you care to, but this seems to be some of your classmates.
So, how'd everyone make out?
That's a lovely way to start.
Oh, I tried to attempt a suicide mission that didn't go well at all. So.
Oh yeah, mad respect, man.
Maybe you should have tried harder.
I got kicked through a building. Not the worst interaction I've had with a building, though.
Well, okay, you need to elaborate.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. My ears are a little ringing. My ears are ringing a little bit.
Oh dear God.
You need to get.
So many people have concussions.
Yeah, you need to get checked.
No, it's fine. Last time I got one dropped on me. That was way worse.
Alex is gonna walk over and pat him on the shoulder.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Everything hurts.
So how'd you guys do?
I kept a smile and everything, but inside, man, I was terrified.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of froze up there at the beginning. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Alex nods her head.
Oh, you all did great. You see a few other way in, and you see a very plump, round kid with very curly brown hair.
Oh, no.
Is it?
Are you guys class 1W? Am I in the right area?
Steven, is that you? No, I'm kidding. Wait, is this guy Steven?
Nope.
Hello, everyone. My name's Sally Cosma. I guess I'm gonna be one of your fellow classmates.
I'm going to extend my hand and be like, "Hi, Stelly. I'm Adam."
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He shakes. You see a few other students make their way, and then someone else shows up. You see the woman who froze Yue's leg, punched Darien in the face, and a bunch of other stuff. Oni, she walks in her full hero garb, the enemy paint officially scrubbed off. She walks over to you all.
So Oni first sort of walks over and nonchalantly just taps Darien and Yue on the shoulder, and she goes, "Sorry about earlier. It's sort of what I get paid to do. You guys did really good out there, gotta say."
Thanks. I'm more concerned about the budget. How are you able to settle this up?
Not my department.
Not specific.
That's a great way to explain it.
She then looks to the rest of the students and she goes, well, to the rest of you, welcome to Washington. I'm your teacher. Wrap up, come with me. And she's just kind of sort of walking the other direction.
And with that, my children, we end episode 1.